Bang! Neevesknives. I'm Jared with my lovely wife, Kara.
Hello.
Live at Neevesknives Live, waiting for the Schmitty to pop up. There we go.
I know how to do the Schmitty. Don't you?
Breeze! What's up,
Don't
GT,
you worry.
Wallaby, Fiend?
GT.
So, Talica already. Thanks, bud.
Matt's is kind of quiet. I got a raging headache.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
I love that one.
What is that?
Cool. And he's like hanging his arm back and forth.
That's awesome. We appreciate that. What's up, Mike? So we actually just won a raffle over
shit.
Long Island
He's right
Knife
there.
Guys. There he is.
Does he even ever come to our lives?
No.
Because he doesn't fucking like me anymore.
We ain't good enough for
Do you
him.
guys
He's big
know-
time.
Do
He's
you guys
big
know
time.
that Long Island Knife Guy used to be like my BFF, and we would like chat about things, and now he doesn't give a shit about
Nah,
me.
he's big time. He
I
moved
know.
on. He
I
moved
know.
on
He's
from
got his little shiny glass
little
case,
things like Neevesknives.
and he doesn't give a shit.
How you doing, Lou? Hawaii Knife and Gears in here. What's up, bud? Long time no see.
Don't mind me. I gotta read through this bun, y'all.
But on Long Island Knife Guy, if you guys don't know, he does raffles on Instagram all the time. All the time. It's kind of a sickening because it gets there's a lot of them. But I'm talking about amazing knives. So if you can't afford some like amazing knives that you would never even imagine being able to afford, you can get in raffles and get opportunities to win them for way less, and that's what happened to us tonight. And we won not one of his crazy expensive ones, but the Ace Biblio in red micarta, burgundy micarta, and we will most likely give it away to one of the patron members.
Yeah.
Because we are always looking for
Wait, are
new
you
gifts
gonna
for.
do-
Because we do have an Ace Biblio already.
Are you gonna give away the flipper deleted one?
I don't know.
That'd
Probably.
be kind of cool.
No, I think they'd rather have the burgundy one than one that I've modded. Because if you guys don't know, I have a modded version that has a flipper delete that I took off, and I love the
They
thing.
might like the broken in one because I would.
You
personally.
should see how the new hole in my hand from the X18. I decided to wrap my thumb around the blade. Oh, ooh, yeah.
It is my card.
And I just sharpened. I'm reading Talica's.
No, I know.
I sharpened his knife for him, and it got his ass. Got him.
Yeah, that's
That
literally all of Jared's edges. They're so freaking sharp. It's like in the danger zone because they just cut so easily. Goes right through your skin.
I actually, you guys
You
already
should
know.
advertise your own sharpening and just show them your thumb.
Yeah, but the Rockstead got me the one time, and then another knife the second time. But yeah, I'm still trying to get feeling back in my thumb. But it doesn't stop me from sharpening more knives. I actually was upstairs just taking a shower, and
They don't need to know that. Ew.
just let me finish. I know this might get a little weird here, but I shaving, like with a razor, you always got to clean the razor and everything, and every once in a while I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, I just want to take one of my knives, and just try it out,
Oh,
so
no, you did not.
I did a little bit, and it shaves so easy because it's like you don't have to, because like with a razor, you got to constantly shave and then clean it out. With a knife, you can just go right down that motherfucker, rinse it off right down it. It's so fast.
You got moist. The fuck is
Moist? I used to know someone that hated that word.
There's a lot of
moist.
people that hate that word. Yeah, you guys know he's definitely talking about doing his pubes with that knife, not his beard. Don't let him fool you.
I did my chest hair, but I don't have that much chest hair. But that's also quick though too, because I only got the little bit of chest hair in between, so it's just like done. If it's a razor though, it's all clogged up. You just with a knife, that's the way to do it, is just use a knife.
Okay, let me ask you something razor related. So I was in the store today and I saw one of those like men's like Christmas like shaving kits, but it was one of like the more old school ones with the brush and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I damn near picked it up and was like, oh, you'd like this because you've always wanted those brushes. I
Yeah.
tell you to just use my makeup brush, but you don't want to.
Well, that's what I almost bought, was just a cheap makeup brush.
because they are
Almost
the same.
Almost.
Anyway, so Makeup brushes aren't cheap though. That's the thing.
I know that's the thing, that they're not cheap.
So here's the thing though. Let me ask you the question. So
I'm listening.
They had it was an all metal razor, and it looked like just your standard shaped metal razor, and then it had or like a pack of extra razors in the thing.
Yeah.
So I think it just had one blade.
Yeah,
Like an actual
that's what it
razor
is.
blade.
Okay, so they have the
Is that
ones. You talking about
shitty?
the ones where the top goes like this, opens up, and then what
I
you
don't
do?
know.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It just looks like a regular razor though.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it's got a regular razor, and you twist the handle, and the top goes like this, and then you drop in a double-sided razor. But those razors are micro thin. They're not like utility razors. They're different.
That's what they looked like.
I know, but they're different though. They're micro thin, and you drop them in there, and then you can use both sides of that razor. But yeah, it's only one blade. But in all reality, you only need one blade. It's
do
just
those
like
work good, you think?
I
don't feel
I've
like
used them
that.
before. They get clogged pretty quick, so you do have to rinse it. Like you can't like take as long as swipes as you can with the 4-bladed ones. You kind of have to like go like.
Fiend says they're good.
I that's all I'm saying. They're still
My hair's gonna
good.
drive me nuts.
They I mean, like I said, you only need one
Nick
one
Shabazz
blade.
uses one. Well,
A lot of
Nick
people do. A
Shabazz
lot of people
uses
do.
one.
A lot of people do.
Then we all need to use one.
A lot of people like to use them, one, because it's so much cheaper. So much cheaper, like ridiculously cheaper. And then two, it kind of brings you back to the roots a little bit. That's why I want a straight razor. I just want to use a straight razor. I can use my own edge, and I know, it'll work good. Then I don't have to buy shit.
Yeah, those razors are expensive, and you go through them so quick. Yeah, wait, where's Douglas? Oh, he's behind me. Hey, Dougie.
So I'm sure you guys seen the thumbnail.
That's mine.
The new Ferrum Forge. I know.
You did it when my hands are occupied.
I know.
You stole my fucking thunder. I'm really fucking pissed.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's not okay, actually.
We can talk all about it in a second. Who wants the Jade G10 940?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't tell. Is that one's not mini though, right? The Jade one isn't mini, or it
The
is?
secret to make disposal Gillette 3-blade razors last almost forever, but I'm afraid if I make a video, they're gonna come after me.
Ooh,
I'm actually really interested now. Because I buy those, and man, they're not cheap. They're so expensive.
And I feel like you go through them faster than any human I've ever met in my life.
Not true.
I think you just like them fresh.
I do like them fresh, but I still use them. I reuse my blade about 3 to 5 times, and then if we're really broke, I'll fucking use it for a long time. I don't like to, but I will if I have to. Waiting for that knife to get to Oz stores. Love the gentle belly opposed to flat. We talking about this? It's basically flat. Let me look. Yeah, it's like you said, gentle belly. It is damn near flat though. Damn near flat, but yeah, it does have a gentle belly. But they got them right now on Blade. Well, they did. I don't know about now. I ordered this a few days ago. We just got it in. I got it for her, and I know because this is the thing is the Stinger came out and I reviewed it, Lavender Pants, but I didn't get my own. But I couldn't help but after this, the mini Archbishop, this is a little too small for me, but I can't help but see the quality. It's such good quality, it really is. The detent is so crisp, even like if you just listen right now, it's so clicky, and the reverse flick is so nice. It's just everything is so well done on this. The clip is like a perfect clip for a budget knife. I mean, like the best type of clip, even for an expensive knife, this is a great clip. There's nothing in the way, and it just works and carries so good. So I was upset that I missed out on the Stinger, so I didn't want her to miss out on this. Not saying I won't carry this, but I will say one bad thing about this.
What?
It did not come sharp. It is not sharp.
It's not?
No. I mean, look at my fingers right now. I mean, I should not be able to do that with a knife, especially that has not cut anything yet.
Feel.
And I got damp hands because...
Stay very still. It feels okay.
No, it's not. Trust me, it's not.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it
Look,
just caught
see
my
this right
finger.
now? I just sharpened the CJRB Malaya or whatever. I wouldn't dare do what I just did to that thing. And I've already cut stuff with this. Like, I'll touch the edge, you know, but I ain't rubbing it.
I'll touch it, but
I ain't rubbing it. That sounds so nasty. I'll touch it, but I ain't rubbing on it. But yeah, check this out. You guys know I put that edge on the Spartan, and I put a 300 grit edge, and I did that because I'm still trying to decide of what kind of edge do I want on it. Because like 600 grit is normally like right around my favorite, but it is nice to have a beautiful polished edge if you can keep a lot of bite on it. And I'm pretty sure with the angle this thing has, I could definitely put a polished edge on this, and it probably would look really good with the purple and the stone-washed blade. It probably would look beautiful. But I'm still trying to decide what type of edge should I put on this thing. Right now, it's only got the first stone, which it is stupid sharp. I mean, 300 grit, this thing will whittle a hair without a problem. I mean, this thing is... I mean, it's ridiculously sharp. But I thought about putting that edge on there that I was talking about in that video the other day, where I polished the edge and then I come back with a 600 grit, because I'm telling you guys, wow, it sounds crazy, like you almost think like it's just a 600 grit edge. That's what your brain wants to tell you, but when you feel it, you realize how much sharper it feels. It really does. It feels very like, it's crazy. It's really weird, like how I don't know if it's because I'm doing the angle, so it's my angle, and it's so flat that when I drop that 600 grit over it, that it just like adds teeth. I kind of drew a drawing in my last sharpening talk video explaining what I think is happening, where it's like polished in between the grit, and then the teeth are like hanging off of the grit. I don't know. B. Wallace, what's up, bud? B. Wallace is in the house. Now that Satin Tonto, I just seen that they said they got more. They don't have any more black versions, the Murdered Out Y'all versions, but they do have a little bit brighter because we're a little distorted when you do that. Well, but they do have the satin version left. I think that was Blade HQ.
Woo, a little dark.
I love 600 grit. 600 grit is one of my favorite edges. I mean, that's what I put on this the Hinder, and I love it. I absolutely love a 600 grit. But a nice mirror polish is nice sometimes, and there are certain steels, depending on I'm sure how it's heat treated and everything else, but certain steels, they really take a good polish, and with a lot of bite left.
I'm sorry guys, I have a really bad headache, so I don't want it super bright in here, so I hope you guys can see. My hair is also driving me nuts. Everything's giving me a headache, so.
This is one I did the polish, okay. And then I dropped the 600 grit over. Man, that thing is stupid sharp. Like, it's I could literally just go right through a hair like nothing. I mean, it's crazy
you want to
sharp.
Get some more from my hairbrush?
I got a pile already. I'll touch it, but I ain't rubbing it.
That's right.
That's gonna be a meme on Instagram now. I'll touch it, but I ain't rubbing it.
In what context would you actually say that?
An edge. That's what I was talking about.
No, I know, but like in
a sexual way?
Yeah, how would you ever actually mean that? Like, oh, I'll poke it, but I'm not gonna touch it, you know? Yeah. Give it a little poke.
I don't know.
You know, it doesn't really make sense at the end of the day.
Wait, sharpen my deca, but I don't know the angles because the previous owner messed up the edge. So, just make your own angle now. So you just want to restart right from scratch and just put your own angle. It doesn't matter the angle. A lot of people focus so much on the angle. Once you, like, let's say this is the stone. Say this is your stone. That's a good angle. Didn't have to look at it. I don't have to see it. I don't have to do anything. That's a good angle right there. That's a good angle. That's a good angle. Everything's a good angle in between laying it down flat and lifting it. You don't want to go straight up and down. and you don't want to be flat. Anything in between there is just fine. You'll sharpen it and you'll get a good edge. I mean, it's just the difference between strength and how sharp it'll be. But you know, just play around with it, but just put your own angle on there. How new? Wait, my new cold steel already bit me. My own stupidity. What kind of cold steel is it? I press, cut, or puncture the most, so I like a very polished knife. I like them all. I find that I'm into all edges. It doesn't matter. I like 300 grit all the way up to 5,000 grit. Doesn't matter.
My mom said you could have been slicing a big Rice Krispie treat instead of paper because at the store at Target they're selling these massive candies this year. Like, have you ever seen that where they sell huge versions of candy? Yeah. But normally it's just a bunch of little versions of the real one in a big wrapper just to look novelty. But it's never actually the candy huge. You know what I mean? They actually have
a bunch of little ones.
Yeah, they actually have some that are the candy huge.
Oh, really?
And there was a Rice Krispie treat that was like a huge. Look at me.
I'm listening.
Like a huge square, like this big, and it looked so much fun to cut.
Yeah, I bet.
I wanted to cut it. They also had a Snickers bar that was about this long and about that thick, and it was real. Like, it was not just little ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. How do you eat that?
It says slice and share.
Yeah, right. Slice and share. I get it.
Slice it.
That'd probably be good with some melted ice cream over the top of it, like slicing a piece of it.
I don't like Rice Krispies.
Let's see if this thing will cut paper. I'm sure it'll cut paper.
Let me do it.
Even the dullest knife.
I will test it.
Even the dullest knife will cut paper.
With my left-handedness. Why do you back up so far?
I was just moving my arm out of your way.
Ta-da.
Like I said, even a dull knife will cut it.
I want to do it without my finger in the choil. I want to hold the knife.
It's about how quiet it is. Thanks, Chris.
What is that?
I appreciate that.
For those of you that don't know, I act out all the stickers we get donated, so I'm not crazy. I swear, I'm not crazy. Yeah, this actually, sorry, certain give me chills.
But when you do check on paper, you want to make sure you go really slow and listen. So I can feel right there. So right here, starting right here, it's. Oh, I can even feel it actually.
Jared, can you verify Kara's not being crazy? I'm not being crazy, right?
No.
Thank you.
She can't stand certain paper noises, and kind of like how Frankie can't stand foam. She's got a thing with paper and like
it's bad. It's getting so bad.
Cardboard.
It's like
it is getting bad. We're about to go see somebody.
It's so bad. Like, I literally, certain types of paper towels, like the really cheap ones, I can't even hold in my hand because the texture bothers me so much. And that's like all I do at work all day is clean with paper towels and open boxes. So it's quite horrible.
What's the verdict on the Ferrum Forge knife? We'll get to that in 1 second. No Mojo said might just need to strop. I honestly believe that if I did use that new stropping stuff I had, if you would have said that before, I would say no. There's no way. But with that new stropping compound I have, if I use that black, the heavy diamond grit stropping compound, it would definitely bring this thing at least a lot better. And if I used that and then went down the progression, it would definitely help. But it's going to wind up getting resharpened anyways. The angle is so shallow. It really is. This is not a good edge. I'll make sure I videotape it.
This is the most passive-aggressive comment I've ever seen.
What?
I hope Santa brings you you guys a new camera this year.
I know it's
worse on the lives for some reason. I don't know why.
The lives are what's bad. Plus, it's not the same quality camera as during a recorded thing. It's just different. But I do like this Ferrum Forge, and it's you. Let me know how you like it, and then I'll talk about it. Go ahead.
I'm thrilled. I love big old fat finger choils, which is it has this. It gives me ergonomic vibes of the. Where's my goblin?
It's over there. It's too late. Try that one.
No.
It's over there. Sorry.
Okay, well, fine. But this is just another Ferrum Forge.
That's
they
why
both have it, but this one's more comfortable. This one is like This one gives you that vibe that you could slip onto the blade a little bit, if you know what I mean. Whereas for some reason this one is, sorry, my left-handedness, whatever. It always makes it hard to show you guys. But yeah, it's really, really comfortable. The jimping on top, it's the same. What is this one called again?
Archbishop.
The mini Archbishop. It's really the same. Very, very similar. The jimping is actually wider on this one. The squares that are in between the jimping are
There's
bigger,
a lot of similarities.
but they're similar in a lot of ways. But this is more my style. Also, this one offers a larger space for your hand.
Bigger handle.
Especially if you count the choil. Like, if you count the choil, I have a decent amount sticking out of my hand. Without the choil, it's perfect for my hand. So, I'm a sheep's foot person. This is kind of almost it still gives me kind of Warrenclyffe vibes.
Yeah.
So, Warren's foot.
Yeah, it's a Warrenclyffe. Even it's so close to being flat. This one is only a 3-finger knife for me. That one I technically can get 4 fingers smashed, but I can get 4 fingers, and then with the choil I can get, obviously.
This is what steel is this? What is
$90. What a steal.
What steel is this?
That's Nitro V.
Oh, it says that on there. I didn't know if that was the steel.
Yeah, Nitro V.
It's Nitro V. The G10's really high quality. It's like has that really, really teeny tiny texture on it, so you can feel the grip, but it's not like large bumps like the way they do some G10. I think, though I prefer really good lock bar access and really easy to move lock bars, I like my lock bars to be thicker. It hurts my finger less when I'm pushing it over. And this is a relatively thin lock bar, but I don't get that feeling of it like stabbing into my finger. So it's actually really, really comfortable for how thin it is. I really like it. And even though it doesn't have a massive lock bar access, it's easy to move. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to use it.
See a little bit. You're hiding it.
Because it's mine. The action is smooth.
No, it's made by built. So what happens is makes all the parts, and then they send them to Ferrum Forge, and then Ferrum Forge puts them together. So Ferrum Forge assembles them, but makes them. Yay. But so that's why the quality's there, because we react. They make arguably some of the best the best OEM work.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. If any of you guys have the mini Archbishop, I think that the action, the vibe, the feel, the jimping, everything is really, really similar. I don't know how the G10 was on this because mine's the carbon fiber one, but
same as the Stinger.
I would imagine it's the same as well. I think they're very, very similar in their action, their feel.
The Stinger too.
I think that was just a little more comfortable.
I'm saying the Stinger. It's the same as the Stinger too.
It's the same as this too.
Yeah, they're all the same. Ferrum Forge.
But how thick is the liner lock?
How thick is it? It's thin.
It's not. Think of another knife to compare it to.
Well, they might have to have that knife for that to happen. It's the same as the Stinger, same as the.
It's about Elementum thin with no jimping, right? Yeah. Maybe the Elementum might be the tiniest bit thicker.
Yeah.
But it's about Elementum liner sized, but with no jimping on it. But you don't need the jimping.
The thing is, though, is that like I was saying, we in Riet do the best OEM work, arguably the best OEM work. They really do, in my opinion. It's hard to find another company that does OEM work for American knife makers or whatever as good as they do. And so these designs being designed by Ferrum Forge, it's a great design. It's a straightforward design. It's hard to get this type of design wrong. It's very straightforward, which also makes it awesome, so that they're gonna get it. So they're gonna get it right. It's gonna be made well. Same thing with this one. This one, when we first got it, it wasn't overwhelming me, but I liked it a lot. But the longer we've had it, the more I can appreciate how much it stays centered, how the action is so crisp, how the detent is so clicky. How easy the action is, like just so many little fine details, and that's what I think is so awesome about it. Now, me and her were talking about how easy it would be to make titanium scales.
Yeah, it was my idea.
For a company to make titanium or any type of scales, micarta, whatever, because it's a flat slab of G10. There's only the couple holes, and it's a pretty easy shape for a CNC machine to make or for somebody to cut out. So
Can I address
it's
a
got
couple
a nice
comments?
sound too. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna read one comment and we're gonna move on from it quickly, and then I'm gonna read another one we need to address.
Okay.
The first one is from Jack Nemo. If time is money, that means an ATM is a time machine.
There you go.
That'll fuck your mind up. Secondly, it seems logical to ask if we like snow. And I have a very simple, quick answer. I personally do not like snow, but I like it because there's a lot of people in our family that it brings money to when we get snow because of the work they do. So for that reason, it makes me happy when it snows. But I personally could give a shit less if it ever snowed again.
Yeah, I appreciate the money it brings. And I also, even though there's a lot of times you don't like snow, you can appreciate snow and you've lived around so much because you tend to know how to live with it. You know how to stay warm. You know what to do, what not to do. And so it becomes easier when you know how to dress,
Yeah, I mean, actually, the only time I don't like snow is when it makes the roads super dangerous. If not for that, I don't really mind snow. Sometimes the snowy, cloudy days are the warmest days we get because the snow and the clouds together insulate the heat into the atmosphere, and it actually can make the day feel a lot less cold. Like, have you ever had one of those days where it's snowing at night and you're shoveling and it's like not even cold out and you're like, what the hell? Because the snow and the clouds insulate all the heat into the earth.
Seems logical. Breeze. Seems logical said, if you live by us, then he said, I'll try sending you some with the next knife I send. I don't know what we're talking about, but, so I guess you two don't want some New York snow in the mail. No, we're okay with the New York snow.
It'll just wind up being New York
It's actually,
water.
it really hasn't, snowed, really, this year. I mean, we had a little bit, but not much. I don't give a fuck. In Canada usually sucks. Hasn't been too bad. That's what I'm saying. This winter hasn't been bad. I don't think for most places, but I mean,
Breeze wants some of those bagels.
Oh, the bagels. Yeah.
Yeah. If you send anything, we'll get them to Breeze.
I'm sure we can link up and I can just send you his address. You can send him. So. Yes, we have heavy snowstorm hitting the East Coast pretty hard right now. I heard something about us possibly getting some snow. I think it was the next couple days.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're gonna or not, but we'll see how it goes.
This is supposed to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if it's gonna or not because it's kind of wishy-washy.
Yeah.
It'll say snow and you won't get it, or you will get it. So somebody made me a knife graph. So I don't know if you guys remember a video I made not that long ago. I made this. It was kind of, I'm not going to say dumb, but it was just like a thought that crossed my mind on like making a knife graph. And because I always like look at knives and I think about a scale kind of, and I try to think about like, how can I put that into a graph and make a video about it? It is basically like, from like the ergos, the left, like the geometry, I think the ergos, what else was on there? Was it the action, and then one other thing. Anyways, the point is, the graph I made, it was pretty simple, pretty basic. And I was trying to make it very simple, for everybody to understand, everybody to get what I was thinking in my head. Because the point was just like what I was thinking in my head when I was like looking at a knife and trying to weigh the options of if it's good for what I want. Somebody sent me an Instagram thing where they actually made a pretty decent graph, and it was a pizza graph, the same thing, except for broken up into a lot more sections than 4. So instead of having 4 sections, 25, 25, 25, and 25, it had, I think, like 8, possibly more. And it was pretty cool. Like, he made it to where, like, when you look at it, it's kind of a wave that goes around the circle. And it was pretty awesome. Well thought out, and he definitely spent some time doing it, and I appreciate it. Like, it was pretty damn cool. He definitely put a little time into it.
Yeah, no, he definitely did.
Anybody get the PM2 Tonto from Blade HQ today? They got the satin version available still right now. The black one sold out. PM2 Tonto in stock. It is in stock right now with the satin blade, which is the one I would want personally. Not saying I wouldn't like the black coated one, but the satin blade I think looks cool. But I don't know why the black one sold out so fast. People must just really like that that tactical look that it has, because it does have a tactical look. Jared, you mentioned a Tucson fixed blade in the last live. Any more news on that? So they have a couple different things. They have one with micarta. I can't remember what type of micarta handles, but it was pretty good looking. I think it was okay. See, normally Tucson's micarta sucks.
Really?
So, yes, it's horrible. It's very bad. But, oh no, there was a wood one too. But they have a chef knife too. But no, I haven't seen any more on it, but I know they have it, or at least coming. They already have a chef knife available. The fixed blades, I think they have maybe one available from the past, but anything new, they do have one coming. I don't know when it's going to drop. I'm trying to think of who the designer was. I don't know. I don't remember the designer, which one it was. Just popped in to say, love the channel, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Choir boys. I read your name the other day as Chore Boys.
Oh, is that the one with the bottle?
Yeah.
And I told you to link into the one you did?
Yeah, I threw you. Yeah, that's what it was. He did the bottle challenge because a while back on Instagram, we did this bottle challenge where we stacked two bottles. So we took a water bottle and a water bottle, and you had to cut both of them before they hit the ground. And it took a lot of water bottles, but finally I got one. And I cut the bottom one and the top. Me and her were both doing it. And then we had this other one where we took the water bottles and stacked them next to each other and cut through both of them, which left the bottom of the bottle full of water. So it was like two shot glasses. And we cheers, we called it the American Tea Party.
Yes.
And yeah, so we seen on Instagram him doing basically the same thing with the stacking on top of each other, and it was pretty cool. So we figured we would link our video on his channel, or on his video. Bull Mastiff. I don't know if we're saying Bull Mastiff too, but I love Bull Mastiff.
The knife.
I know. I guess that was a free bell. She likes to give them away sometimes.
My little
She likes to.
block.
She likes to give them.
It's never
It is
free.
Christmas, though. It is Christmas.
I guess this time you guys won't owe us for that one.
It is Christmas, you guys.
I was gonna let it go and not make you guys owe us for that one, but now that you mention it.
Oh, Kevin asking, what's your favorite Civivi is? Ooh. I love the Civivi Picaro, but I also love the Elementum. I think the Elementum is just a classic design. It's a perfect classic design.
What's your favorite Civivi?
I'm not done.
Don't be that sass.
I love this. So I love that one, and I really love the Praxis. But the thing with this one is that I don't like the liners. I don't like the gold liners or any of the colored liners. I want them. I don't even like them shiny. I like them like stonewashed. But I love the Picaro. I do need to try more of the new ones. That's my problem right now. This little Sen cut though is pretty badass. Where is it? This thing's pretty dope. I actually like this little Sen cut Sidus, which if you guys don't know, is a new brand by Civivi. It's like their budget brand. I'm not saying it's their best one. It's not even close to that.
You were saying that.
I'm saying this is a very cool little Civivi. But I do like a lot of Civivis. That's why it's kind of hard to pick my favorite one. I need to try more. That's the thing. Every single one I love. Right now, my favorite is the Picaro.
Dang it.
Yeah. Free bells for days, guys.
I didn't do it. The block did it.
Brian Pounder says, what's Kara putting together? A bunch of bell rings?
No, it's a little hand puzzle. It has all these T-shaped blocks, and you have this little cube, which it does have a flat spot to rest like this, so that your pieces don't fall out, if you're doing it flat. And you basically need to get the blocks to fit in this section into a perfectly flat cube, so none of the pieces can sit higher, than this point right here. They have to be flush. And it sounds so easy. It is not. I have come up with a million solutions, but every single time I get to the top, I have like one or two pieces that like only will fit if they're sticking up. So it's very frustrating. It normally sits on a shelf, but I had knocked it over and I was trying to fix it. So yeah, just something to fuck around with, basically.
I think the black one with the gold liners is probably the nicest one with the gold liners. I just think they're shiny and they look cheap to me. To me, they literally look like
agree.
what I would see at on a gas station knife, and I don't like that. I like this, how this is done with the bead blasted liners where they're semi dark shadowed almost. They look metal and I like that. They look more almost like a titanium gray. I don't like the shiny liners that cheap knives have. Even the penguin. I love the damn penguin. But I don't like the shiny liners. I think the shiny liners just cheapen it. Even the clips when they're all shiny like that and polished. I know it takes a little more. I don't know if it takes more effort or not, but I just think they look cheaper.
Breeze and seems logical. The answer is actually the Rockstead. It is definitely more reflective than our bell here. And the bell's pretty reflective, but look in that. Wouldn't you say the Rockstead's way more reflective?
You know what I did?
This is like foggy a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I did yesterday? I sent Mr. Amazing a message, and I took the Rockstead, and I had written on a piece of paper backwards, backwards, Mr. Amazing, because if you reflect it, it's not going to look right.
Right.
So I wrote it backwards, and then
That's
I
cool.
had the knife, and I took a little clip of it, and you could read on the blade. You could see Mr. Amazing in the background. It was pretty cool.
That's cool.
It was pretty
Should
cool.
his real name.
No.
For him, I mean.
Did someone say Rockstead?
Oh.
You know what?
Where even is it?
Speaking of Mr. Amazing, you guys would probably believe this, but it's very shocking to me, and it kind of makes me want to speak about the community. But he said that he ordered 2 more gift knives for us, which is
That's crazy.
it's so crazy. I can't even imagine what it could be. And like when he saying something like that, it just makes my mind go crazy because he sent the most insane gifts already that I can't imagine what he would send.
Maybe something more budget.
Maybe. I don't know, but it's crazy. He said something about it being expensive. I have no idea because everything's expensive to us, so that could be anything. Maybe it's
Did you sharpen the Rockstead, Jared?
No, I did not. I didn't even strop it yet. I got that compound in that I was talking about. I'm waiting for this strop that I ordered. I ordered a little just a little new piece of leather. So once that gets here, I'm going to strap it because the use I did put on it
Evil E
did not nick the blade, but I can tell it's not as sharp as it was. Don't get me wrong, it's sharp, but it's not like it was. But supposedly this steel is supposed to strap back up really, really good. So as you can see, it's still very sharp, but it's not like it was. So after I hit it on the strap, I guarantee it'll be right back to the way it was, if not better. But I want to make sure that when I strap it, that it's done with a polishing compound. It can't be done with anything with any grit, because if it is, it'll show. It'll take that polish right away. You got to be careful when strapping polish, or polished grinds, I should say. What do you like better to touch up knives, strops or ceramic rods? Strops, absolutely strops. So ceramic rods, what they do is they put a micro bevel. That's what they're doing. Now, if you're like just amazing and you can hold literally your angle that's on your knife completely flat, which is highly unlikely, completely flat on your rod, then yeah, you can stop yourself from micro beveling it, but 99.9999% of the time you are creating a micro bevel. So stropping actually hits your entire bevel, and it basically takes the steel that's like this and puts it back the way it's supposed to be.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
What is a Rockstead?
That's from Dawn.
It is a knife.
She's jumping on their
That's
bandwagon.
a Rockstead. I guarantee Breeze had her do that.
Yeah, I feel like probably.
She knows what a Rockstead is at this point.
So funny.
Yeah, I seen these new ones. I didn't even know that Rockstead has a button lock knife. I did not know that.
Is it that one that has blue in it?
Well, no, the one I seen had a flower and like a design in it. It looked so beautiful. It looked so beautiful. But it was a button lock. And I seen another one that was very awesome. Oh yeah, and the one with the button lock had a big old finger choil. It was pretty badass. But the other one I seen had a nice clip on it. Pretty badass. No, Breeze is nowhere near Aunt Dot. But I'm still wondering or still deciding, like I was saying earlier, I don't know who's in here, what type of edge I should put on this Harsey. I think I might go with the polished edge, possibly
really?
Just because I don't know.
Let me see it. Let me get a good look-see.
I put a 300 grit edge on there right now. So right now it's
I
got a
like
very,
more
it's like a saw blade right now.
natural looking edge on that one personally.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
maybe I'll just go with a
normally
600.
straight to the mirror, so. But I think that's one that you may end up really enjoying using, and I think you'd rather not have the mirror edge on something you're going to.
Well, what I was thinking about was possibly putting the mirror and then covering the mirror edge with the 600 grit and doing that that one edge I like to do.
Is there such
Go to
thing as a mini
3,000.
Rockstead for Douglas?
I don't know. I'm sure they have something. They got some crazy fixed blades. Their knives are all so expensive. They are very expensive knives. Polish it like a Rockstead. Yeah. Seriously, don't cut yourself with that Rockstead again. I'm trying not to.
Yeah, that thing.
Kara, the people have spoken. You need to update the logo. It needs more
Rockstead.
Rockstead.
I could do a
Logan's back.
a Rockstead. Our original logo is the cleaver.
Here's Rockstead.
Our second logo for the second sticker, I did a clip point. And I was thinking, every time we do a new sticker to re-update the blade shape, nothing else about the logo changes, just the blade shape, so that we get a nice variety of stickers. And no matter what, it's still, when you see it, you still see our logo, and that part doesn't change. But you can get like the drop point edition, the Rockstead edition, whatever. Like I can emulate that blade shape. I think that actually is a really cool idea, and I might just do that.
So,
I like that.
We got Fixed Blade Week coming up soon. I'm going to do a Fixed Blade video. I do 2 videos a day, and I'm going to do one of the videos every day with a fixed blade, as I have 7 fixed blades, basically 7 fixed blades coming up, so 1 a day. Seems like pretty cool videos. I don't do a lot of fixed blades on the channel, so it might be pretty awesome, a little bit something different. It took me a little longer to review them, because I don't carry a fixed blade too often, so it took me a little longer to review them. And also, I don't know if you guys seen the video where I unboxed the new Tucson TS264, all belly for days. This thing is literally the exact opposite.
Fat blade.
Oh yeah. Also, I want to say this too. Those of you that watch my reviews, just know that all the videos from now on, at least the majority, not all, but the majority of them, like I did this video today, and as I'm talking, I try to record a bunch of clips of the things I do with the knife. So when I'm sharpening it, stuff like that, and I try to enter that into the video. So the videos are going to change just a little bit. They're going to be a little bit more in depth. So like as I'm speaking, you might see clips of things I'm doing. So if you really like sharpening, or really are interested in that knife, but maybe you've seen it enough so you don't really care to see another review on it, but maybe you're interested in sharpening it, you might want to watch the video, because there might be a clip of it being sharpened, or me talking about how it's sharpened and showing what? You keep poking me.
Because somebody has a question for you.
Okay, let me just finish talking. But so the new reviews now are going to have a little bit more in-depth content videos stuck in the video as I'm talking. So it's not just going to be me just talking. There's also going to be other clips. What's the question?
Gamma Rapers wants to know what's your favorite high-end, how did he phrase it? What's your favorite high-end carry user knife? That's a user.
All my knives are users,
Yeah,
but
you have
I haven't, yeah, man, that's tough. Right now, it's probably, high end is kind of hard to say because things are high end to me that might not be high end to you. And these will probably be like the most high end, I guess, is the Harsey and the Hinder right now. They're probably the most expensive that I carry and use. But I would even consider this Mannix 2 high end to me because I have the cage, the titanium cage and scales, which was extra money. So, but I haven't carried the Rockstead yet, but I am going to soon. I have the belt thing, this thing right here, so I am going to carry this. I don't know how much I'll use it when I'm carrying it, but if I can, I
thought you were trying to leave that one collectible.
I am. That's why I said I don't know how much I'll use it, but I'm going to carry it. I don't know though. We'll see because I don't like the thought of that. I like the thought of using the knife. I feel like I'm not doing it. Let me finish. I don't feel like I'm doing it justice by okay, so if I died tomorrow, I would hate knowing that I didn't fucking use the knife. And I have used it. I used it in my video. You didn't see it, but I did use it already. So it's been used. Didn't you hear me talking about how the edge isn't as sharp?
Yeah, I understand.
That's because I used it.
I get that.
So
just saying.
I use all the knives. There's some knives I use harder than others.
Right.
But I use them all. Some of them like obviously if I have something that's gonna scrape across ceramic. Right, if I have to cut something across ceramic, I'm obviously not going to try to take my freshly new edge that's on a $400 knife versus a $50 knife that I have a fresh edge on. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what you mean.
I'm going to take the $50 knife and grind it against some ceramic. You like the Artisan Cutlery Corsair. I can't think of what it is, to be honest. But we can look it up if she had her phone.
I have it.
All right.
What were you about to say?
I said...
Not prepared. Not listening. Which was it?
Something.
What thing?
I was gonna say you're not doing your job.
I am too. I'm reading the comments.
What kind of leather should I buy to strap with? We'll be cutting to fit an angled sharpener and compound cover. So, so I would just go to a knife.
Yeah, that's right.
A knife company like sharpeningsupplies.com. They have all their leathers there are going to be for strapping. So don't just go to a leather company and order leather, right? Because there's different thicknesses, different kinds. But just about any knife company that's selling leather straps or strapping leather is going to sell you some decent stuff. So it really doesn't matter. But if you're looking to cut pieces out of it and use like a piece for this, a piece for this, then you can buy a decent size piece. But usually they're already preset. Like say 3 by 8 inches or 2 by 8 inches. So, but really doesn't matter. There are better quality leathers. Now the question is it worth it, right? Are you getting that much better performance out of your leather for the money? Probably not. Now I'm not saying that you absolutely won't because it depends on how much you're really into sharpening and stropping. Just having a good strop is very valuable.
This is the Artisan Cutlery.
I didn't see it. Let me see it.
Corsair. I know it's hard to see.
Yeah, the thing doesn't it have a circle at the end?
Yeah, it's
comes
detached.
Off.
It's at the bottom.
I wouldn't carry it personally.
I wouldn't. I mean, when this first, because I really liked the Artisan Tomahawk. Was one of my OG Grail knives, the one with Damascus. There was this particular shade of blue that I liked, and I loved that thing. But he was all like, "It's too big, it's too much, it's too this."
And now aren't you happy?
No.
Why not? Because you wouldn't carry it.
Back then I would have. I had Napoleon syndrome back then.
Let me just rephrase this what I said about it because. Me saying that I wouldn't carry it doesn't mean I wouldn't carry it because I absolutely would carry it, but it's not my style until I maybe get it in hand and then find out if I like it or not. Go ahead. Sorry.
Anyway, I I really liked that artisan tomahawk though, and then so when this came out and it was smaller and similar, a little more upswept but similar, I was like all for it. And then I don't know, the more I looked into it, I kind of was just like, oh, do I really want this? So like if you're into that pirate shape kind of vibe, I would say try it out. That detachable ring thing is kind of cool, I guess. I don't know how comfortable it'd be.
Most companies sharpen their knives between 22.5 to 25 degrees. That's what I found. So 22.5 and 25 degrees is usually where they sharpen at. Now, sometimes they basically just, it depends on the company, but a lot of them freehand it or they have a robot do it. And there could be issues with that, with both of them. You can kind of tell when you see like the angle changes a little bit down by the heel, or if you see by the tip, it almost looks like they turned coming off of it. That's usually because the human did it, or even a robot did it. Maybe the belt was going bad or something. You know, there's lots of different variables, but I don't think it really matters unless if you're wanting to copy their same angle, and even then, just don't go with a high angle. Anything 20 degrees and up will get you an okay angle to replicate their angle. So say if you buy whatever knife, doesn't matter, say the Civivi knife, when you resharpen it, sharpen it at 22 degrees and you can be guaranteed it'll look just like their bevel. Jared, have you handled the Lion Steel TRE? No, I have not. I'm dabbling between that or a Biblio for a new EDC. We just won. You weren't in here when we said it, but at least I don't think you were. We just won a Biblio, a new Biblio, a Burgundy micarta Biblio.
From a raffle, not a giveaway.
Yeah, from a raffle that we are going to give away to the Patreon members. We do monthly giveaways to all the Patreon members for those of you that don't know. So if you are a patron, you right now, this month, your giveaway knife is the Hogler RSK MK1 in great condition. So that's and like I've said multiple times, if you guys already have this knife, then you will have an opportunity to pick another knife, but only if you already have that knife.
Or if they just don't want it, because how are you gonna know?
Well, they can just tell me. They can lie to me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care which knife they pick. But what I mean is that I doubt somebody's gonna,
Oh!
Hey, Talica, thank you. Try that one.
I fucking will.
You should have just flipped Douglas. I just flipped Douglas around, and you could have been a smartass about it. My friend got a giant mouse before me, and I'm still kind of mad about it. I think I'm gonna with the Sabenza. You're gonna one up your friend with Sabenza over
so creepy.
The giant mouse. That definitely will one up him.
So creepy.
I have a giant mouse Ace
She's
Biblio.
not full vertical. I was gonna do a headstand.
And I did a flipper delete on mine, and absolutely love that I did a flipper delete on it. I'm really curious to see the differences between this one and the one we had, especially from the start. Because ours came with a bunch of issues. That was one thing. When the Ace Biblio first came out, the quality control was horrible on it. Horrible. Now I heard they're all worked out and it's a lot better, but we'll see. Because we have that one that's going to be coming.
Oh, see, I already fucked up again.
We never talked about that damn Tyson fight. I'm gonna say it really quick because I know a lot of you. Yeah, because we talked about it for like 2 weeks before it happened. I'm just gonna say I should have known that it was gonna be a draw, and I say that because they're both retired and all that stuff. That's usually what they do with those fights. They either do it to promote another fight, or they're doing it because, really in all reality, the fight didn't last long enough or anything for them to declare a real winner. But I should have known that it was going to be a draw.
Yeah.
Rematch, exactly. That's what I mean. They usually do that so that there can be a rematch. They want that money. They know how to make that money. Now, I think, all in all, if I was the judge and not a paid-off judge like they were, Tyson won the fight. Tyson definitely won the fight, in my opinion. He had the better shots, and as a judge, you are supposed to judge not just on number of shots, but quality of shots. And his quality of shots was far better than Jones's. Jones had some good hits. I'm not saying he didn't, but Tyson was way more on fire, which was very surprising to me. I expected Jones to be a little bit more on fire. Now, Jones, though, I have to say, I didn't see any videos before the fight of him training. So I should have known that. I thought he was like just trying to play the possum game where like he's not letting Tyson see his warm-ups or how good he's doing. But now I'm thinking about it that he probably didn't do that because it didn't look as good as Tyson's. But I don't know. Jones did let himself go, but he's retired. Fuck, he was a fighter. You got to think, and I'm not saying that anybody should let themselves go, but when you spend years abusing your body in the ring, getting beat up and beat up, once you retire, you're like, man, I've been working and training for this long. Like that's all I've done. That's all I know. So he's always going to be somewhat in shape, but yeah, eventually though, you're like, yeah, I've put way too much time into the gym and beat myself up because of it. Because there's a difference between being healthy in the gym, like literally being healthy and doing it for muscle growth and stuff like that, and beating yourself in the gym, like getting beat and hit, knocked in the head, getting concussions, all that shit. So, as you guys know, we have lots of giveaways this month. I'm repeating it again. Many of them, so make sure you guys watch out for those giveaway videos. They will be coming probably in the next 2 days. Can
I have a coffee?
Yeah.
I'm so thirsty. I want my headache to go away.
That cube, did you get it done?
Fuck no, it's so hard.
Mike Tyson said himself in a lot of interviews he does not like to fight and does not like violence. So I was surprised. I was very surprised too, Logan, because you're right. I did hear him say that he didn't like what it did to him. He found that was the worst part of him. He even talked about when training he would get an erection. Stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, he said.
What the fuck does that mean?
He would get a fucking.
Because he liked it that much.
He would get a hard on when he thought of what he was going to do to his opponent in training and stuff like that. So he was saying that the worst part of his life.
So that was Tyson that said that.
Yeah. But what he was basically getting at was that he didn't like who he was at those times.
Did he? I'm genuinely asking.
I know, and I'm genuinely trying to say it all.
Did he get a boner when he was fighting people?
No, when he was training for the fight. I don't know.
What if he did?
I don't know.
Imagine having to fight that.
Yeah, that'd be a hell of a fight. I think, but he would talk about
I know
from
that makes
all
sense.
the drugs that he was doing, and just how ferocious he was mentally, not even just physically, but mentally, and the place he was in his life. And I think it boils not just down to depression, but he didn't like that person. So he said he never wanted to go back there. And when he was asked, would you ever fight again? He said, hell no. And he talked about how he wishes he never would have. That he thinks it ruined his life in many ways.
I forgot how he bit that dude's ear.
Both ears.
What the fuck?
He bit both ears. There was a part in the fight, if you watch the fight, he bites his glove. He's literally fighting with Jones in the fight. If you really watch, he takes his glove and he bites his fucking glove. Somebody.
I think the whole erection when enraged thing for men is probably a little bit about testosterone, but probably more than anything about blood flow.
A lot, yeah.
And your blood pressure rising, and I think it's involuntary at that point.
It's a lot of things. The excitement, blood flow, testosterone, it's lots of things just peaking. I don't think it has anything, it's nothing sexual.
Well, no, but it happens to have the 3 same components as what happens when you're about to do it.
But his big thing, though, was that he said he didn't like it, though. He didn't like that thought of what he did to people, not only what he did to his relationships, because when he was in that mode, right, that fight, that kill or be killed mode. He said he hurt everybody around him. He wasn't good to people. He, and he he felt like he wasted a lot of his life devoting himself to hurting people rather than loving people. And he likes to love people. And he talks about like the drug addiction and all that stuff and how he wound up in prison and everything else. And the things that make you wind up in prison and make you give time away from life, you feel like that was a waste, right? It's a waste of life, and you want that time back, right? You damn it if you don't want that time back. So you're and I can see that from him not ever wanting to put himself in a position like that again. Rockstar prison. MMA boxing. I always thought he would be a good brawler, but I don't know. I don't think he would do worth a shit in MMA. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. Thanks, Kiefer. Just getting out of work. Work is killing me. Gotta work, man. That sucks. Get some rest, man. Get some rest.
Everyone has been so busy. Like, anyone whose job is thriving during this time, I feel like has just been so overworked and busy. It's like crazy. It's like a couple sects of the economy are booming while everything else is failing, and those people who work in anything that is booming or busy right now are just getting slayed. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, wait, it'd be 36 if you change chairs, Russ.
Only 35.
Yeah, Russ, if you drop us a like. No, we appreciate the likes. If you guys don't mind, we would like it if you guys dropped us a like or a dislike. I see the chat quickly dropping since we're talking about Tyson. But no, I was meaning in his prime, no.
I mean, Tyson.
MMA. I'm saying Tyson and MMA would have done good possibly in his day. But I think he would have got his ass handed to him, especially now, obviously. But in his day, he might have done okay because there's been a few brawlers, and especially back then. Back then when he was a boxer, and he was winning championships, there was a lot of bar fighters that were in the ring in MMA, and they were doing pretty good. Not all of them, but some of them.
Read that out loud.
Mike Tyson has never.
Read that out
loud. Right. Breeze. I don't understand all the madness. I can't read it like him. Conor versus Dustin is right around the corner.
Conor McGregor?
Tank Abbott. Yeah, Tank Abbott. He was definitely a bar fighter. He was a hell of a fighter, too. I used to love Tank Abbott back in the day. He used to kill it. Don Fry. Don Fry was just a hell of a fighter. I call Tank Abbott a brawler. Don Fry was a hell of a fighter.
I think it was Sean O'Malley.
The Iceman used to be my favorite.
Listen to me.
Sean O'Malley.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I heard you, yeah.
Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Isn't he that skinny guy, white guy with the white guy fro?
He's still a fighter.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he lightweight or featherweight?
Oh, he's probably feather. I don't know. He's pretty tall. He's pretty tall.
Pretty good, though.
Yeah, he broke his foot, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In his last fight or something. Tank had a liver and kidney transplant. I believe that.
Sugar Sean? Is that what he's called?
Yeah, Sean O'Malley.
He just got his last loss.
There you go.
Sugar Sean. I didn't know he was called Sugar Sean.
Frank says he managed a few UFC fighters.
Really?
That's awesome. Jared, remind me.
Frank Bishop totally sounds like a manager name for a UFC fighter, doesn't it?
Okay, I'll definitely. What? You found your own Mr. Amazing? That's amazing. Keep talking. I'm sorry, I was reading.
Yeah, I know. You can't do both.
I know. I try.
But doesn't the guy that just said he has managed a few UFC fighters, doesn't his name sound like a UFC?
Yeah, it does. Frank
manager?
Bishop? Yeah. Oh,
who's your manager?
You managed Forrest
Frank
Griffin?
Bishop. Wait, really?
I love Forrest Griffin.
I know who that is.
Forrest Griffin's an awesome fighter. Yeah. He was probably one of my top fives for a long time. I really liked him, just like when someone was just talking about the Iceman.
That's who I picked in that UFC game where I was fucking kicking their ass. No, Forrest Griffin. Oh,
Chuck Liddell was a great fighter in his time. I was really upset about that Tito Ortiz fight when they came out of retirement because I knew he wasn't going to do any good. A dog, anybody could see he was punch drunk. You could see he was punch drunk. Chuck Liddell.
Oh
Chuck Liddell is
yeah,
punch
I
drunk.
know.
And I thought I set it all the way up into the fight. Like, this is not good. Why is this happening? I seen him training, and I've watched him train for years. So then to watch him train the way he was, clear as fucking day. This guy's punch drunk, and they showed a clip of Tito Ortiz walking into his
Probably 9:15, 9:30, Logan.
his training room, and he laughed at him. And that means Tito Ortiz in that moment knew too. And he knew he had the fight in the bag. The thing is, though, is that fucking Tito Ortiz, I like Tito Ortiz. Nothing against Tito Ortiz. I've always liked him. I always thought he was a great fighter. But Chuck Liddell beat him twice in his prime. You beat him out of retirement, bro. So in all reality, you didn't beat him. There's no
He just wanted to be able to say that he did.
That he won the fight. Won a fight. But there's no enjoyment to that.
Do you remember that show, that funny show? It was real raunchy, Blue Mountain State.
Yeah.
And do you remember that episode with Chuck Liddell in it?
No.
Where the kid is all like, that one kid, Sammy, he has the curly hair, he's kind of a dork. He's like one of the main characters in it.
I don't remember.
He plays the mascot.
Okay.
And
and they teaches him to fight or something. It's all in his head.
But it's all in his head, and he teaches him this crazy move where he like does a cartwheel with his fists out and punches two guys at once like this, coming out of the cartwheel. That shit was funny as well. And it's because he was eating those candy condoms, and they were like old and moldy, so it was making him hallucinate. That show was funny.
Khabib just said he will make his decision about returning after Conor's next fight. Awesome. I'd love to see him return. He's a hell of a fighter. Khabib is a great fighter.
Okay, it's Khabib. It's a little one. Khabib.
All jokes aside, Khabib is a good man, and hope this lad square up one more time.
Shit,
I'd like to see him square up too.
I want to see him square up with a bear
and
again. As an adult.
I think he's a good man too. I definitely give him credit in and out of the ring. He seems like a very loyal, type of dude for sure.
Can I ask you a question, please?
Yeah, baby.
Would you rather have unlimited air miles or never have to pay to eat at a restaurant again?
Restaurant.
Really?
Yes.
You wouldn't want to be able to just fly wherever the fuck you want at any drop of a hat for free?
Well, yeah, but I feel like I eat at more restaurants than I fly.
I do too, and I know it's more practical.
How about this?
But what if you could just fly to Australia?
Yeah, we can save our restaurant money, take the flight, and then go to all kinds of restaurants in Australia. Do you see what I mean? You'll be eating in a lot more restaurants than taking flights.
I feel like it's easier to slowly get food at restaurants and pay for it than it is to save up for a fucking round trip to Australia. Think about that.
Okay.
And then also to go to China after that. And then also to go to fucking... You might. You don't know. Fine, South Korea. I don't fucking care. I'm just saying, like,
I see what you're saying. But,
who's with me? Anyone?
Yeah, I mean...
Not one of you fuckers?
I'm not settled or nothing. It's not like I'm just, like, hardcore onto the restaurant idea. If you want to pick flights, we can pick flights,
yeah, free airfare is not free hotels. That's a good point.
Ooh, or food, unless if you pick the restaurant.
That's okay, like, what if we flew to Colorado and went camping? Like, there's just so much you could do with having that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, I was telling somebody earlier that they were saying that they have a TS-162, and they said their detent is incredibly strong. So, the way you can fix that, or help that, and I tell this to a lot of people, but I don't know if it comes off very good when I'm typing it, but... while it's closed, you squeeze the lock bar, okay? Squeeze the lock bar shut, and then you can't do it really hard because otherwise you won't be able to pull the knife out, but put tension on it and pop the blade in and out. Or out and in. Out and in with pressure on the lock bar. And you keep doing that, and what it does is it will create a small ramp for your action, so it will in turn make the reverse flick easier. So if you have too strong of a detent, do that, it'll fix it.
I think we overwear our Durango and Breckenridge hoodies because this guy thinks we're in Colorado.
This is a knife shirt.
No, I'm saying, but we wear those a lot.
I love that
we're in
shirt.
Chicago.
Well, that's my around the house shirt. So
we've been to Colorado a lot, so we have a lot of clothes and stuff like
I
that.
got a few shirts from I got a few of them from Colorado.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say, oh my god, yeah, when I smoked actual cigarettes, I hated going to the airport, especially in Illinois because it's O'Hare. You can't smoke anywhere in there.
Ugh.
You start going out west, out south, they actually have they're taking them away now because I don't know why, but in Denver, they have a smoking lounge in the airport. It's just like a room, and it's just a vent room. You can go in and smoke. And then Utah has one. There's another place that has one too. A couple of them have it. Why was I in the Utah? Oh, I remember why. Yeah, Utah has one. A lot of them have that, but not in Illinois. Exactly right, experience precision. Now I have another question for everyone. Would you rather have to eat 10 raw eggs or drink a carton of sour milk?
How many raw eggs?
10. I think
Or
that would
a carton?
A carton is like a quart.
Or 10 raw... Or
Not a
10,
gallon.
10
Like
bad
just
eggs?
like a carton. Skinny one.
Fuck the bad eggs.
No. Raw eggs.
Oh, just raw?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just take I have the eggs.
Eggs, yeah.
Yeah,
I
fuck
probably
yeah,
go
the eggs.
with eggs. How sour, I wonder, is the...
I'm thinking about doing the eggs just to do it.
In the milk.
Yeah, I couldn't stand
Seems
no
logical.
disgusting
The trip revolving Utah is a long story for a different day.
The what?
My trip to Utah, he said, why was I in Utah?
Oh.
Long story.
Yeah, y'all don't want to hear that story.
That's crazy. Yeah, everyone say, man, I want to know, the Great Wallaby, how the hell you would get through a carton of sour milk. I feel like the eggs you could just
yeah, I would totally.
But 10 of them might really fuck up my stomach, I feel like.
I think 10 of them would totally fuck up your stomach, but think about what fucking spoiled milk would do to your stomach. I think the raw eggs you would just puke up.
Oh my god. Q1 if you just gave me such a good idea.
Oh, fuck. Wow.
I should start asking you these questions, but randomly making you do some of them without knowing which ones you're gonna do.
Oh, fuck that.
So you answer honestly, but like, right now, would you ever rather have a unicorn's horn or a horse's tail? You pick one, I fucking put that shit on your head. Big old dildo instead of a unicorn.
I would not do spoiled milk. I doubt anybody would. I
Oh
guarantee
my god,
you
he
smelt that spoiled milk.
literally freaks out about spoiled milk.
I fucking
You
hate
could
spoiled.
never work in a restaurant.
I could work in a restaurant. I just couldn't do spoiled milk.
Not in Starbucks. Have
No,
fun cleaning
mine
them
wouldn't
drains,
have
boy.
spoiled milk.
You
them.
cannot
They'd be
stop.
clean.
Listen to me. You cannot stop your floor drains from backing up, and when they back up,
That's
it's spoiled milk.
Listen,
That's
I've
what it is.
fucking cleaned sewage before, baby.
Yeah, but
You're worried. You're telling me about spoiled milk right now?
Because you
I've
freak
been
out.
down.
I think you literally
listen,
could clean shit easier than spoiled milk.
I've
the
been
way
down
you
in
act.
shit tanks before.
I fully believe that you can handle that.
I don't like spoiled milk in a cup.
I don't think you can handle getting into it. I think you could get into a sewage tank easier than a tank of spoiled milk.
Try it.
I'm just saying you.
I'm telling you, I promise you, that's not the case. And you wouldn't be saying that if you ever went down into a shit tank.
I'm not saying it. I'm saying I think you.
And I'm telling you, that's not possible.
Because you
that's
panic.
Not possible.
Straight panic.
I don't like it.
Milk.
I don't like spoiled milk. It brings up memories.
What jobs have you had, Mr. Neeves?
Oh man, I've worked construction my entire life. So I worked at a nursing home for a little while. I went to school for dog training. But I've done construction my whole life. Ever since I can walk. All my family members all had construction businesses, so I went from uncle to uncle working for different uncles. Me and my dad had a siding business for years, siding fascia and gutters, did that for a long time. I've done concrete. I've done mostly carpentry. Did landscaping and excavating for 3 years. Done custom windows. I've done a lot of construction, but right now I work in a distillery. Which is something new. I've been there for a couple years now, but I'm working in the factory of a distillery. So,
what's up, Monster Racing?
And I train dogs from here and there for people. I actually just got done training a dog not that long ago, 2 dogs.
Yeah.
But you know, that was something I did for a while, like on the side, while I was also still doing construction. I've always loved animals and training animals and That's why I got into training animals.
When I asked the Great Wallaby why he picked milk, and he's like, Kara, I've experienced raw egg craps for 5 days, and my toilet was never the same. I'm not trying to go through that again. That sounds awful.
Yeah, that does suck. But He
just does general dog training, like anything you need your dog to do, including opening fucking doors.
I used to, but I've done lots of like side jobs doing different things, like even like
side quests,
like even like catching animals and stuff. Like I was always the person that went and got animals out of people's houses, like out of their roofs and stuff, like coons and stuff like that. But I've always been like a side job type of person. So like when I was doing construction, I was also always doing other little jobs, like for all different types of stuff. So I've learned how to do a lot of weird things, and I've always done the crazy things.
You know when you have a like a problem in your household or something like that, like you got a raccoon up in your rafters or something, and somebody's like, oh, I know a guy who can take care of it. He's that guy. For like all those weird ass things, he's the guy.
And then I took care of my dad for like 13 years. He was a paraplegic until he passed away. He got hit by a backhoe on the job, and so I did health care for him for a long time, but at the same time while I was doing construction and dog training and other shit. So, but I had to do lots of wound care and lots of crazy shit for him. I can't even explain some of the weird things I can tell you about with him. But, so I've done a lot of different things.
Jared is Call of the Wild Man.
Definitely. How many people we have?
Jared
people?
has not trained any SWAT dogs, at least not that I know of.
No, I worked at a place. So like when I was going to school for it, I had to go to a facility where they trained those dogs, and I worked with those guys for like 2 weeks. But I've trained the dogs to attack, obviously. I've trained lots of guard dogs. I've trained like stuff like that, but I've never trained a police dog. That's usually what happens is the officer has to go to their training facility that they have, and then because he's gonna be its trainer for the rest of his life. So the owner of the dog, the guy who's going to bring the dog everywhere, helps train with the trainer.
I know a guy, he lives down the street from us who does that, but he just like, I don't know, he must get them started off or something like that and then hand them off to the person who's going to have them.
Yeah, and then that person has to go and do...
He does it out of his house, so like he gets to keep them for a while. He trains them. One time I saw him, the big green wheelie garbage cans that people have at their houses, I saw him teaching the dog how to get up on top of that and like balance on it, and it's crazy.
Yeah, so what they'll do is like an adopter, right? They'll have the dog for so long, train the dog so many things, so that when the officer brings him home, the dog's already very intelligent, and then he has to keep up with the trainer weekly. That's cool that you took care of your dad. Is marijuana legal in Chicago? If not, get into that when it goes legal. I think it's decriminalized now.
Yeah, you should totally get into that.
Been there and done that. My lab barks really bad.
It's nicotine, not THC.
But no, I don't think they have actually a place not that far from here that actually sells if you have your card. So they do have it is decriminalized. They do have places where you can buy it.
It's recreationally legal here.
Yeah, it's
beyond
legal
decriminalized. It's legal.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. It's legal here. They don't have a lot of places though. I don't know what like the growing law or restrictions or anything are like.
I don't know.
I haven't looked into it, so I have no idea how any of that goes for Illinois. So.
Can I ask you a question?
We're not going to get into what I did. What?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would you rather have one wish granted right now or have 3 wishes granted in 10 years' time?
3 in 10 years.
Really?
Yeah. Definitely. Fuck yeah. I'm patient.
What would your 3 wishes be in 10 years?
I don't know. It was better than 1. Right?
I want one now.
Yeah, you're very...
What?
Not patient. Not patient.
I'm not patient.
Yeah.
Let me explain
you like
something.
Results, not the journey.
Let me explain something about this guy, right? So this is the most impatient human you'll ever meet in the world. Not with people, with stuff and things oh my god, video games, for instance. Holy shit. I tried turning on Borderlands for about 5 minutes and I had to shut it off because he was so fucking impatient. Literally, the thing was oh, pick up the shit, it's classic looter shooter type thing, pick up the, shit out the boxes, and he's just I don't like this, where's the door? Let's just get through the door, I want to go shoot things, literally so impatient. I'll be starting a game on Call of Duty, and you will not sit down until it's absolutely ready, because if it's not, and the one time you sat down slightly early and the counter was at 15 seconds, you were like, are you kidding me? 15 seconds? This is forever. It's so funny.
But, I think there's certain things that it's better to be patient with and then impatient in others. I am very impatient with a lot of things, but I'm also very patient in other ways. That's why I'm a good dog trainer, because I'm very patient. It takes a lot of patience. But there are things that, yes, I'm very impatient with. Sometimes, I'm very good with people, right? Psychologically and shit like that. I'm very good with people. But I'm also very impatient with some people. Fucking, I can go 0 to 100 really quick and go to fucking jail. That's why I gotta be careful. I try to be nice, But I am very patient normally with people. And that's what I was gonna say, when I was talking about the community before. How great this community is, and how level-headed it helps me stay, and then being surrounded by people that are like-minded. And I feel like a lot of the people from the community are, I'm not going to say the same because they all come from different walks of life, but I feel like they have that same type of mentality where they like to help people, they're good people, they're the type of person that would help the old lady on the side of the road, the person that the type of person that give their shirt off their back to help somebody. And I feel like a lot of people are like that in the community. Yeah. And I like, having, those type of people surround me. I think that's a good thing.
Question.
I have a lot of patience with people. I have none for faulty GPS systems. I chucked one out the window in Jersey because it was rerouting me through Vermont to get it. Oh, man.
That's insane.
I've done that to cell phones. I don't
think I've ever freaked out on a piece of technology before.
I've regretted
I've gotten very frustrated with it. Like what Ian was just talking about, when I'm trying to play a game and the load screen, and every time I die, I have to fucking watch the same screen over. I get frustrated and annoyed, but I would never break the shit over it or throw it out over it.
I took my cell phone one time because I was so mad at it. And it wasn't just
I've
one.
I've seen you throw a phone.
I know. Listen, well, it wasn't that it happened once. This phone had been fucking with me for about
Yep, it was
3
personal.
months.
It was absolutely
Well, that's
personal.
how I felt. I felt like I felt like it crossed the line and now it was getting personal, right? That's how I felt. And I literally stopped my truck in the middle of the road. I got out next to a tree. I think I picked the tree too. I don't remember, but I fucking got out and I just right to the tree. Smash! And I literally felt like it was a person thing, but you know how good I felt right after that? Then halfway
and you didn't
down.
have a phone.
Wait, halfway down the road, you get that instant regret.
Yeah.
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
But then you know what though? It inspired me to get a new phone the next day.
Yeah, I bet it fucking did. I sure
so
bet it did.
It led to a new phone.
Okay, do you would you rather have your own private jet or your own luxury car?
A jet's way more fucking money. I could sell that bitch and get 10 luxury cars.
Good plan.
Yeah, thank you.
But if you had to just pick one to have.
I couldn't sell it?
No, if you had to just pick one to have. One.
Well, I could sell
and
it.
You can't sell it.
Well, I want the Porsche.
I know.
But, and I really want that Porsche, so I probably would wind up picking the Porsche. But I feel like I could take the plane and rent it and make good money off of it.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about for you personally. If you had to fucking
the fuck am I going to do with a plane every day? I mean, yeah, of course I'd want to.
Assuming it comes with a pilot.
Okay.
You could learn to fly. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I could learn to fly.
I would pick the
Could I pilot people?
Sure.
Could I do that? Okay, so then I can make money off of it.
No.
Why,
you can pilot
why
me.
Would I? Porsche's easier.
He keeps trying to monetize.
Cheaper for gas,
he
right.
keeps trying to monetize the jet.
Well, I'm just thinking that, man, it costs a lot to keep a jet. I ain't got that type of money, so I gotta make money off of it somehow. Otherwise, the fucking jet's getting sold or repoed. You're gonna have to pay taxes on that bitch, and I ain't got the first check for that tax pay. Let alone to board it, and I'm not making it sound like it's a dog. To keep it in what are those things? The glider. What are those things called where you keep a plane? The
Hanger.
The hanger. I can't afford the hanger, so fuck it. I'll take the
Carrie,
Porsche.
he won't want to pilot you. He'll try to find a way to make money. He'll probably charge me. What did you just do?
Live chat.
Oh.
Take
Yeah,
a
that'd be
picture
funny.
with my wife. $10. I'm kind of confused.
Me. You're trying to monetize me.
Oh.
Monetize
20.
everything.
Yeah, $20,000 oil change. I mean, the Porsche should be expensive too.
Do you
but
remember
shit.
that one time that weird fucking guy?
How is?
Listen.
What?
Do you remember that time that weird fucking guy? It was a long time ago. It was when we first started dating. Asked me if you and I could come over so he could take a picture with me and make his like ex-wife jealous. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Isn't that fucking weird? We didn't do it, just FYI, obviously, but it was weird. Weird people out there. Haven't watched the review, but hopefully on your good and bad, you said good the fact that it has a badass name like the Predator.
I did. I think I said that. I don't know if I did.
You?
I said that in the unboxing, so I did already do the review on this, and I did put a stupid edge on it. But we might have to talk, Pants, because I don't know if you want this back. And I don't know if you do.
Yeah.
Porsche, not a luxury car, though. No, it's a sports car.
What Porsche?
Well, that would take a little bit, but probably a 911 turbo. Probably the twin turbo. But there's so many different ones. But I really like the 911 turbo. Or twin turbo.
Yeah, Drew Becker, that is the exact type of person he was. 100%. I mean, I didn't know him very well, but that's definitely probably what that guy was like. Alright, would you rather learn how to flawlessly forgive and forget, or learn how to carry out the perfect revenge plot?
Oh, I already know how to do both. So what the fuck are we talking about?
You've never been in a situation where you've had a hard time forgiving somebody?
Oh, yeah.
I know, it's saying flawlessly.
Still,
like where you just don't care. You care about nothing, or you know how to perfectly get revenge every time.
Well,
I'd rather just not give a shit, personally.
Well, see, I feel like, I don't know, I guess, like, to be able to forgive and forget, fucking planning a revenge, that's easy. But forgiving somebody mostly has to do with yourself. It has nothing to do with them. So, I think that's kind of easy, to an extent. But I definitely hold grudges sometimes. So, I don't know.
The dog on the shelf's name is Douglas, for who just asked me that?
My best revenge is being
Cloud.
happy away from them. Right, and like Seems Logical just said, best revenge is being happy away from them.
Yeah.
If I want revenge on somebody, then I shouldn't be near them, first of all. But
Right.
But I also though know that like certain revenges are, it's deeply about you, right? So you got to be able to get past that thing that you have. It might not have anything to do with what they did. It might literally have a problem with you. But if they literally did something, right, something that you can't forget, or something that you consider unforgivable, then I guess in that case, then yeah.
Yeah.
So, but because it's just going to destroy you more than them, because they're not going to think twice about it, and you're steady thinking about it.
Yeah.
That just takes up your life. Karma is real and gets everyone, right? And that's another thing, is that paying that karma debt. You're going to have to pay that karma debt eventually, and that's how life goes, right? So You know, it might not be
If
today or
you
tomorrow.
have the time to sit there and plan out a revenge plot against someone, you have too much fucking time on your hands.
It don't take much time.
Well, I'm saying outside of like your standard, I'm gonna go beat his ass type of revenge, and it's,
Well, that don't take time to think
right.
of.
I know.
That's just when am I running
this
into
said
him.
to plan the perfect revenge plot.
Oh, yeah.
That's.
Well,
I mean, that's.
I think planning it doesn't take much time. It's just deciding,
yeah, like John Wick.
It's just deciding if you're gonna do it. That to me is just okay. So in that type of situation, to me, that's not a decision. To me, there's no fucking.
Well, yeah, you kill a dog, it's over.
Well, what I mean is, and I don't care about killing a fucking dog. I'm saying.
Excuse me?
What I'm saying. Let me finish, please. Let me finish.
Yeah, but that sentence was fucked up.
Well, I'm saying that like just any dog. I've killed a dog. You know I've killed a dog. So don't.
Out of.
What?
Mercy.
Yeah, out of mercy.
Only out of mercy.
Yes.
We're gonna get taken down for animal abuse.
No, it was out of mercy. Listen.
Okay.
Where was I?
Look, you're scaring the chat.
They're
scared. They're scared of you now.
No, listen. What I was gonna say though is that if you're doing that type of revenge, then just like him, that's not something you can plan or anything like that. What I mean by that is that means like your life is threatened, right? So you're doing it no matter what. Win, lose, draw, or die, you're fucking doing it. That's like say somebody's in your house, right? Somebody's in your house and coming for your family. Do you decide that? No, you just go for it. There's no decision there. It's kind of like you're in the woods with your girlfriend or your kids, right? And a bear's coming at you. What do? You run. You run for the bear, right? You got to make it to that bear
I think
first.
there's a lot of men that would not do that.
I think there's a lot of men that would bitch out too, probably throw their kids and run.
Yeah.
But in all reality, a real man runs after the bear. They fucking go and they fight that bear.
I don't mean to be this bitch
and
right
they
now.
let their kids and their girl or whoever get away.
Listen, I don't mean to be this person right now, like, because I feel like every generation will say this about the one under them, but I genuinely feel like the boys growing up today are so...
They're so vagina.
Yeah, literally
they
would straight push me into a bear, like, you know what I mean, if it meant... Or not even, I'm not going to say they would do something fucked up like that, but they would run. Instantly. Without even thinking about...
They'd already be running, they'd be screaming, run!
Yeah.
And you're like, from what?
Yeah.
They're already gone.
I'm not saying all, like, you've got, like, I've met even on here a lot of cool, you know, younger boys who
I wouldn't say all younger
I
generation.
said a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. Not
like,
all. There's a lot of
that
younger
I see
dudes that are raised by
pass
good people.
through, like, at my job and stuff like that, just you can just see the I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, that is on the kids' parents though. One time I had this old dude. He was a problem with everyone though. Just to be clear, he would come into our store and be a problem in every fucking department, not just mine. Like he.
How old?
60s, 70s. He had all white hair. You know, he just was an asshole. Constantly bitching about this, that, trying to get shit for free. This, you know, just fucking asshole. If you didn't do what he wanted, he launched into bullshit.
You don't think at that age he probably deserves it?
No, let me he was fully physically healthy, mentally healthy. Like he's not like an old man like that.
Got you.
He might have even be 59. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of hard to tell when someone's hair goes white sometimes. Exactly how old they are. But he was a dickhead. He would come up and he always tried to get free shit. But anyway, let's check this out. So, when I finally told him, like, listen, dude, you can't come up here and continuously get free samples of expensive drinks because we have to make the entire drink to give you a fucking sip so that you can turn around and take the concentrated coffee, pour it in a cup, add your own water, add your own ice, and make the fucking drink that you're supposed to be buying. Like, I was done with it. Yeah. And so I cut it off, and I made my entire team do that as well, and he was pissed because he had been doing it for years because the person before me was a little bit more passive. Yeah. And it was ridiculous, and he was an asshole too. It's not like he was nice about it. And he started launching into this whole thing about how millennials this, millennials that, and like saying how it's my generation, that it should be a perk of being a long-time customer. And I told him, I said, the perk of being a long-time customer is the fucking rewards program you're a part of that literally gives you free coffee every once in a while for buying coffee. That's the fucking perk.
Right.
Not just free coffee for buying nothing. You're not even a customer. That's what I said. I'm like, you don't buy anything. You're not a customer.
Right.
And I said that shit to him. He started launching into the millennial thing. So then I pulled that line on him and I said, well, who raised them? You have to look at the generation that raises.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? And that really is the truth because
it is.
Also the world though too. I think
a lot of it is
the world, the
for
technology,
sure. Yeah. Lots of things.
You know,
it's not just their parents, because you can have there's people that have been raised with the best parents and still come out. You know, it's just like, you know, two different brothers. You know, you can have two different versions. Just depends on what road each one went down. And I agree with you, Breeze. You definitely don't want to go into bear country not armed. But I think there's those scenarios where it's the unexpected. You know, like when we ran into a bear at the cabin. It was outside of the cabin, right? We were at the cabin, and there's cabins next to us. Like, we weren't expecting to run into a bear. The bear fell out of the tree next to us. Like, so shit happens. Long-time customers get no spit or boogers.
Right. I don't understand why. That's my thing, is why the fuck does everyone think they deserve something for, okay, listen, you come up and you buy a cup of coffee from me. I have the product, you have the money. I have the service, you have the payment, right? We trade. It's even. It's done. Why do you deserve free shit now?
Right.
And I get all these businesses have their reward programs. That's on them to do as an incentive, as an advertisement, essentially, as a way to get your information for free, to sell it. All these things, right? Mm-hmm. Why the fuck do they deserve? Like, it's just dumb. It's gotten people thinking that they deserve free shit for their business. I fucking love when people tell me, well, I'll go to a different store. Go.
Yeah, go. How does that hurt me? Right.
I do not give a fuck. Go.
It's not fall shut, but it's like one little give. At first, it was definitely a little stiffer, but now it's broken. Like, you see me barely wiggling it. But if I just give it the tiny bit of influence, it's very, very smooth. The detent is strong, though. So it's got a very strong detent.
You guys are cracking me up with these names. Susan is the final form of Sharon, like they're fucking Pokemon. That's hilarious.
But you know what, though? Like, I feel like if you want free shit, right? So if I go to the Starbucks, right? I'm not going to be a dick. I'm going to be as nice as I can. I'm always going to buy stuff so that one day when I do need something free, you see me all the time, I'm always paying, you're going to be like, yeah, hook them up. Do you know what I mean? Like, people do. I've always gotten that type of service. Like, I used to be able to, the gas stations I used to go to every single day, if I didn't have money, I could literally walk in there and be like, listen, I ain't got no money. I need a pack of cigarettes. They just throw them to me. I mean, because they knew I'd be in there tomorrow and give them the money back.
There is some people who don't have the authority to make that decision these days.
Yeah, I know. I know that.
Like, if somebody on my team did that shit, they would.
But that's not the guy you get in good with. You get in good with the people that got the authority.
Right, that's true. But we do that with some of like the dope fiends that hang out outside. They always pay us, so sometimes when they don't have enough money, we'll still give them
certain dope fiends you want to plug money. Because you know they'll be back.
They come all the time.
That's what I mean. They'll be back.
And I feel bad for them. It's cold out there.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta plug them sometimes.
Okay, I have a new question. Would you rather be able to control the rain or control the sun?
Don't ask for stuff. What? Say again, the rain or the sun?
Which would you rather be able to control?
Well, do you mean something bad's gonna happen if I don't control it?
No. Meaning like, if you can control the rain, you can decide when it rains, when it doesn't.
I know, and I'm saying if I say
fucked up on someone's day or something.
I know, but I'm saying if I say sun, right? If I say sun, does that mean like all of a sudden, well, now somebody else like now it's gonna rain for 6 months straight, or it's just gonna be how it is?
Well, you can fuck up
Does
the
life
ecosystem.
Go on? Of course I can, but I'm saying life goes on regular, right? If I regardless, and I'm just controlling one of them.
I guess, yeah.
Then the sun.
The sun? I feel like I'd want to control the rain so that and the only time I'd probably use my power, I'd let the world go on normal unless like I had something important I needed to do where I didn't want it to rain, like a wedding.
It doesn't really fucking
or
I mean,
a thing like that.
How often are we really?
Every time I go on vacation to anywhere, I get the 1 week out of the year it's raining in that place.
Well, at least it'll be nice and warm.
Why? Because you're out there controlling the damn sun?
Yeah.
But I'm saying I could take
Nice
the
sunny
rain away.
rainy day.
And you could use the rain to your benefit. Like, if a country is about to, like,
Make them
like
raindrops nice and
invade,
warm.
you could use it as a war tactic. Like, you could cause a tsunami with your rainstorms.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be evil.
What are you gonna do with the sun? Oh,
You're trying to be
You
evil.
could cause
I'm not
solar
trying to be-
flares
yeah.
and geomagnetic storms, and you can make like the aurora borealis
I'm not
visible
trying to
from,
be
like, different
fucking
parts.
evil. I'm trying to think of what good I
said
can
you could
do.
use it for war. That's all I said.
I know, you're thinking of like...
If a country's about to invade us, you're telling me
Make them sweat
you're
it
not
out.
gonna
Make
call
them
me.
sweat it
You're
out.
not gonna call me and be like, "Hey, waterbender."
Flood this beach.
Yes. What am I gonna tell you? Get them hot.
Yeah.
Get them nice and
Yeah.
hot with your heat.
What's up, Lindy Lou?
Hello.
The rain only affects one planet. The sun affects a whole solar system. Facts. Facts.
Yeah, so you're gonna kill us, is what that means.
It does rain on other places, but it only affects us. I see what he means by that.
How could you weaponize? You really could weaponize the sun with the solar flares.
Oh man, if you just
or you just nebulize yourself.
if you took anybody anywhere, right? Like I don't care where you're at, and you say, okay, well today it's gonna be 140 degrees. They're gonna not want to do anything. They're definitely not gonna want to keep walking or traveling. They're gonna be drinking all their water. They're gonna be taking out it would suck to do anything.
It's a lot harder to fight wet than hot.
That's not necessarily true.
You don't think it's harder to fight freezing fucking cold with trench foot and...
Long Island, hey, thanks, bud.
Woo! Where's my mirror at, y'all?
Thank you,
Get
thank
that
you.
sheet. Need to act this beach out.
No, I think it's worse because I've been on like roofs, like doing roofing, and I've been down in holes digging dirt when it's like 120 degrees down there, and like you can't breathe. But the rain, like it's flooded areas, and like I can understand flooding and stuff like that, but I feel like you can do way more damage with the sun.
So, why don't you act one out?
I'm done.
You can do this one. Your fucking face.
You say roof weird to me.
Yeah,
roof.
You do.
Roof.
I say roof.
Roof.
You say roof.
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 Well, because I think of roofing.
I said roof.
Roofing.
Long Island Knife Guy, because you don't come to our fucking lives, you don't know. But I have a permanent commitment to act out any stickers that are donated to us during the duration of our lives.
That was rough.
So,
yeah, think about me.
that,
Thank you for the donation, by the way. We really appreciate all the donations. It seriously helps us so much, especially around the holidays right now. We have so many giveaways and so many things going on. It seriously helps us a lot. The donations go so far around this time. Anytime, you know.
Russ.
Thank you very much.
Russ Cagle. Please tell your wife I said hi. She likes me. So, you know.
Does she?
Yeah, that's what he said. Mama Cagle's stamp of approval for Carrie. Yes, I know. I feel very proud of that for some reason.
How about in a septic tank in 115 degrees or during a downpour?
Ooh.
Well, yeah.
Ooh, that heat, man. That would.
Well, think about the
stink it up.
downpour. It's
It would
gonna fill
raise
it.
it.
Yeah, I just get out.
That's not an option.
It
You
is
already
an
know.
option. I have a fucking option to get out.
No, not in my world.
One time I was we were doing a septic
This
tank.
is a good one. Sorry. Go ahead.
We were doing a septic tank, and so I'm trying to think exactly how to explain it. It doesn't really matter. The point is that all the water was
See you
shut
later,
off,
Long Island.
and I had to flush one of the toilets or I dumped something in the toilet, and when I did, somebody was down in the basement, and there was one person in the septic tank, another person was in a basement, and then like I was upstairs, and I didn't even think about it, and I poured something in the toilet upstairs, not thinking it'd flush, but obviously it would, because a toilet is it just takes 3 gallons of water. 3 gallons of water will flush it no matter what if you pour it into the bowl. And I did, and it wound up flushing. The guy's head was underneath the thing, so everything went on top of his fucking head. I felt so bad. It wasn't shit or piss.
Still.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there was some
That
type
sucks.
of piss in the pipe. So, but the pipe was drained, so it was
sucks.
basically just water. But still, though, it's just the point. I went through the same pipes as the piss and shit. So.
Hi, Rosie. Say hi to Rosie.
Hey, Rose.
Rose. It's Rosie.
Rosie.
Okay, I have another one. Are you ready for this one? This is a good one.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Would you rather have to shave off your eyebrows every day or never be able to cut your toenails again?
Fuck.
Isn't that a good one?
Can I get my toenails off other ways?
No! It's long toenails or no eyebrows. Stop trying to cheat
No
the system.
eyebrows.
What?
I wouldn't be able to wear boots, but for
They'd
1
probably
year.
break your toenails.
Yeah, I guess they'd probably break, but you said I can't remove them anyway.
No,
I was
you
gonna say,
can't, but if they break, they break.
oh, so I can kick the wall then.
Sure.
I said that. You said no.
No, I'm saying
Then toenails.
if they break, they break. You know
Toenails
what I mean? I'm not saying...
Toenails and but you gotta think though, man. Like I wear work boots, my toenails are literally gonna grow around my
Yeah,
neck.
you could draw your eyebrows on.
I don't want to do that. No.
You look beautiful.
Your toenails would start growing around your toe.
I think they'd break before that wearing boots, don't you?
Well, I have thick toenails. No,
Yeah,
that's
you
the
do.
point. That's the point. I wear boots, so they would literally curl around my toes.
Yeah, your feet would hurt so bad.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know how to draw
think the
eyebrows.
pain
Seems
would
logical. I don't know
suck.
if you guys can tell, but I don't know a whole lot, or like I'm not a heavy makeup person. I do not know how to draw eyebrows.
What's up, Mark?
I can
Yeah,
figure
you're
it out,
late.
though. I can figure it out.
You're late, Mark.
Will you let me draw eyebrows on you right now?
No.
I have a thing.
No.
It's natural looking.
You know this ain't happening, so I don't know why you're
natural.
asking.
Well, last time they donated and you
I
did
love
the
how
fingernail
serious
thing.
you guys get. We said we'd never talk about that.
The fingernail
First of all,
thing?
yeah.
The fingernail
Yeah.
thing where you put a
broke
fake
your
nail
promise.
on?
You broke your promise.
Well, to be clear, it was to
I love how
so you could
serious you
test the
guys
liner.
get with the questions and answers. Yeah, as if it's gonna happen.
We could do
How
some
much? It's not happening.
We could do some of those sassy eyebrows, the really square ones.
Somebody find a sticker. Don't find a sticker because
Oh
it
my
ain't
God.
happening. You do
Just
it for
one.
nothing. I promise.
I have
you.
wipes. We'll take it off
I
immediately.
promise you, it's not happening. I promise you. Don't
So
donate.
if somebody dropped you a hundo bomb right now,
Still ain't happening.
wow,
Still
that's
ain't
so
happening.
rude.
Still ain't happening.
So rude.
I know.
What about a little mascara?
No. You need to stop. Right now.
I'm just saying.
You need to stop. Can we shave one of your eyebrows off?
I don't want to shave your
$100?
eyebrow off.
I didn't say.
I
I'm
wanna
asking.
draw it.
I'm asking you about shaving one of your eyebrows off. Can we do that? $100. I'll do it right now with a knife.
That's more permanent than drawing something that it can get
How is it
erased.
permanent?
I said it's more
grow
permanent
Right back.
than something
It'll
that can be
grow.
drawn and erased.
It
We're
will
talking about
grow.
drawing and erasing.
It'll take a week. It'll grow
That's
right back.
very different than draw erase.
It'll grow right back.
Then you do yours.
No, I'm not. I said I wouldn't do anything. You're the one who's
You
trying to
won't
encourage
draw
it,
one.
making it seem like
Because it's a
such
drawing.
a big deal.
It's like art.
No,
it's like a tattoo.
It's permanent. It takes 2 weeks to grow. See, it's only 2 weeks, baby. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Think about it.
I already have a big forehead. I don't think that would bode
Both
well.
draw each other. Same time. Same time.
That would honestly be kind of fun.
Oh,
okay.
You guys are crazy.
Okay. So you picked. Yeah, I would pick my toenails because mine would probably break. Or I don't know. Maybe I could do some good eyebrows. I just feel like I'd look creepy with like drawn on eyebrows. Okay. Now here's the other one that goes with it. Would you rather be given a mystery tattoo or shave a reverse mohawk into your head? I don't know what. Reverse mohawk. Long hair shaved in the middle.
What was the other one?
Or a mystery tattoo.
Ooh.
I don't know who the tattoo would be from. That would make a big difference.
I'll take the reverse.
Let's say the mystery tattoo is from each other.
Oh, if it's from each other, I'll take the mystery tattoo.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck you over.
I want a new tattoo.
Let's say it's from,
Bob? No, I take the reverse.
Say it's from Breeze.
Reverse.
Reverse mohawk. You don't trust Breeze to give you a mystery tattoo?
Fuck, no.
Oh, no.
No, I do not. Who knows what he would give me? He would think it was funny as fuck.
It really depends who the tattoo
Yeah,
is
where's
from.
the tattoo going?
Let's say back of the shoulder blade.
Yeah, I'm taking the reverse.
Or no.
The reverse grows back. I can pick the tattoo later. Do you know what I mean? Because get
What
this.
if the tattoo was from, like...
Oh, like a really good artist or something?
No, I'm trying to, like, think of it like somebody else, like Like Metal Complex. Like, what if it was Metal Complex?
That chose the tattoo?
Yeah.
No, because he could secretly hate me. And I wouldn't find out till after the tattoo. And he'd be like, I'm going to get this fucker. I'm finally going to get this motherfucker. All the times he fucked with me, I'm finally getting
Oh
his
my god,
ass.
have you seen the Gumball Tattoo Shop deal? Random pattern, but super cheap. That's crazy.
What is it? I don't get it.
Gumball Tattoo Shop deal, meaning you get a random pattern, but the tattoo is super cheap.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It is, but it isn't. I would have to look at all the patterns and make sure I'd be okay with any of them.
What if it was a tattoo of a reverse mohawk?
Oh my god, you'd be fucked.
You know, I would take the reverse mohawk because it doesn't take me long to grow hair, and then I could always just shave the sides off.
God.
What?
That would just be horrible. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
you
for
would just
2
shave
weeks.
the rest off immediately.
For
but
2 weeks. Not even.
Okay, would you rather have to get your tongue pierced or have your hair dyed green?
Tongue pierced.
Or hair dyed green?
Oh, fuck. Hair dyed green. It'd go away. I just shaved my head.
Just do the tongue piercing.
No, I want my fucking
You do
tongue
fun
pierced.
things with those.
I'm straight. It'd take way longer, and I'd have to have a swole tongue.
It does.
I let the tongue all the way through the week when I could just shave my fucking head.
Tongue dyed green. Do you have a decked out PM2? No, we're not huge Spidey freaks.
No. We have a bunch of Spydercos, but we have the
We're not, though.
Mannix.
We
have the
didn't buy
Mannix
them.
in titanium, and then we have the XL. Right now we have somebody else's Mannix in brass. We have the cages on both of these. We have the Gail Bradley with that has mods.
What was
with
that
some
look?
Bad at what?
What was that look you gave me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
When I was like, we're not huge Spidey freaks, you gave me a look like, yeah, we are.
As if we don't have a bunch of Spydercos.
Who bought them? I'm just saying we don't buy a bunch of Spydercos.
Um,
You bought one?
Two, kind of two. And then we got the McBee right here. I have
I love that McBee.
the Gail Bradley with mods over there. But yeah, we don't have a lot of Spydercos. I mean, we have a few.
We
Some of
do.
these aren't ours that we have
Thanks
right now.
to the
This one's
Shadow
ours.
Man, we do.
Yeah, thanks to Shadow Man.
Those
we have
really
a
were our
bunch.
first real Spydercos. I freaking love the McBee. It's great for my small pocket pants days.
We had one other Spyderco before that.
The Enduro?
We had two other Spydercos before that. I traded. That's how I got this thing. I traded the. Oh wait, was it this? No.
Oh, the
wait.
Sheen.
I traded.
You talking about the Shaman? Or the...
What are you talking about? Yeah, we have a Shaman too with mods.
It's
That's
the
also badass.
Sham.
Traded a pair of 3 lightweight for a knife. But also, we have technically the Yo Jumbo back on its way right now from Mike Emler.
Travis, we disgustingly drove directly through Golden, but it was on a day where the factory was closed, so I was very upset because we could not go.
What's a downvote? Did everyone downvote? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm really enjoying the new Kobe Vagrant. Yeah, that thing looks pretty badass. I like that Jelly Jerry one, the titanium Jelly Jerry one. That thing looks badass. I forget the name of it. The Shaman is badass. And Russ, the Yo Jumbo is back on its way. I know we talked about that a while back, so just so you know, I don't know if you still want to check that out. I want a Domino's. The Domino's are badass. I really like the Domino's. We have a Brower. The Brower's badass too.
Does Lindy have that?
Lindy Lou has that.
Yeah, I was wondering because I'm excited to check that out because we only had it for
The what?
the Brower.
Yeah, we didn't.
I didn't really get a huge chance to
You carried it.
fuck with it. I think once.
Yeah, right now we. Oh yeah, we also have the Chaparral.
That's okay,
thanks
though.
to Timbo. The Chaparral's pretty badass too. Super slicey. This thing is a razor. Very thin.
A Riat Starboy or a Baby Machine? Have you carried either of those?
My little native of rocks. We have.
Buffer! He's a boofer.
Okay, yeah, we gotta end this soon because. Hey, Stasa! What's up, bud? Stasa, now, alright, we're gonna wait another 5 minutes.
Wow. Would you have waited another 5 minutes if it was anyone else?
Nope! Just Stasa! Man, I put a very sharp edge on this thing. I didn't even realize how sharp this thing was. It's pretty sharp. Man, yeah, the Chaparral is awesome. Yeah, he's on vacation. buying vacation knives. He went to Smoky Mountain Knife Works.
Okay.
Lucky bastard.
Can I ask one more and then I'll stop these?
Yeah, go ahead. Ask another one.
This is the last one, guys.
Last one. Oh, nope, don't ask. Okay, now ask. Now ask.
Okay. Would you rather have legs as long as your fingers or fingers as long as your legs?
Oh, fuck. Well, it'd be double jointed legs, so fingers as long as my legs. I could jump really fucking high.
Oh my god, yeah, I'd be like having fucking.
Can you imagine how
legs.
fast I could? Wait a second. Are you talking about a whole hand for legs? You talking about
fingers?
Okay, let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You're talking about taking my legs off.
No.
And replacing them one leg with one finger.
No.
Okay.
You get to keep your legs normal.
Okay.
And have fingers as long as them, or you get to keep your fingers normal and then have legs as long as a finger. So like little toothpicks.
Oh no.
So you're gonna look fucking crazy with them legs.
Either way, I'm looking crazy.
They're gonna be skinny, like finger size, but just as long as your legs.
My fingers will be as
Yeah.
long as my legs.
I'd rather have the,
or my legs would be little meep,
yeah,
little meeps.
yeah, little meeps.
And I'd be sitting there like this. Change my neighbor.
But your butt would be fucking huge, waddling behind because your legs are
Damn
this big.
Well, I know what I'd do. I'd take the fingers as long as my legs because then I'd just get half of them amputated or 90% of them amputated.
Oh my god, I would definitely go for the leg fingers.
Mind blown. Just kill me, please.
I want the leg fingers because to
That's
your
what I said.
original point, imagine, I know they'd be skinny, but you could probably move like a fucking
like a
freak.
spider.
Just
Like
know
a
what I mean?
spider.
Yeah. Think what you could grab like that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
assuming that the joints all
I can
work.
grab that drink right now. Maybe not that quite that far.
Yeah, your legs. That's like fucking like 6,
I can
7
grab that
feet.
though.
Yeah. I mean, my leg isn't. So my finger would be to here. Ah, that'd be crazy.
No, fuck that.
That'd be crazy. You'd be like a tripod.
Yeah, exactly.
But I still have 2 legs, so I'd be like a quad pod.
Yeah, quad pod. There you go.
I did kill us previously because I control the rain now. And
I think we did
caused
this
the
one before.
tsunami.
Would you rather fight 10...
How can we monetize those fingers?
Would you rather fight 10 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
1 horse-sized duck.
Yeah, definitely 1 horse-sized duck.
No!
Because I had kicked the
I don't want to
fuck
fight
out of that
either.
thing.
Either of those would be insanely cute. Imagine a bunch of duck-sized horses.
A horse wouldn't stand a chance.
I would, you know what I'd do? I'd get a hamster and let it have its own horse.
I'm broken. Wait, I broke a damn clip screw off in my Mannix 2. Any advice?
Ooh.
You broke a screw off. Well, you have 2 left, so you should be fine. It shouldn't go anywhere.
You
with
could
those
probably
2.
get another set of hardware if you really care that much. You could probably very cheaply order another set of hardware out there on Etsy.
Wait a second, though.
What?
This is the question.
What?
Is the screw still broken, stuck inside the hole? If it's still stuck inside the hole,
You don't want it stuck in the hole.
then you'd have to drill it out, and you'd have to get a new screw the size of that hole, and you have to retap it. You have to do all that shit. But 2
Russ said new Mannix. Just get a
There you
whole
go.
new knife.
That's like Stasa said, drill it out. You have to. You could possibly, if you get a small enough bit, right? You get a small enough bit. You drill it through. The shards that are around the edge will wind up folding in. They'll break off. You're just gonna have to clean it out like with a wire brush or something. But you can definitely get it out with by drilling it out. But you don't have to do anything though because it shouldn't have a problem. It has 3 screws in it already.
Seems Logical said, you know what Jared would do? He'd put a sign in front of the horse-sized duck, $10 to take a picture with the world's largest duck.
Trying to
Same thing with
gotta
the
get that money.
Same thing with the horses. You'd be like, having him take pictures with the world's smallest
If I had
horses.
a duck or a horse the size of a duck, yeah, I'm finding some way to make some money off of it. I'd make a YouTube channel.
Someone was saying
on it.
something about a horse-sized goose. That would be fucking terrifying because they have teeth.
Oh yeah, that'd suck.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to fight that, but I would
That
definitely.
thing would act like King Kong and climb up skyscrapers.
But if I had to
and
fight
shit.
one, I mean, it wouldn't even be a fight. The fucking thing would just get kicked really far. So what?
The duck?
The horse-sized duck, or the duck-sized
I know,
horse.
but
Wait,
that's mean.
the horse the size of a duck. Yeah, I know it's mean.
fighting any
You
of them.
asked me to fight the fucking thing.
I didn't ask you.
That was the question. The question wasn't to get out of it somehow by loving on it. The question was how the.
That's how I'm doing
The question was are you gonna or how you gonna fight it or which one you fighting? God was drunk the day he made the ducks. Birds are ruthless. You wouldn't want to fight a giant one for sure. That'd be like fighting a dinosaur, basically. It'd literally be like fighting a dinosaur. Think about this. Think about a chicken and a mouse. What happens to a mouse when chickens are around? They fuck that mouse up. They stomp on it. They peck on it. They claw at it. Fuck that. Just punt the baby horse. That's what I'm saying. The horse would have issues.
I know I said I wasn't gonna ask anymore, but I'm sorry. This is the last one.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah.
Would you rather be able to speak all the languages in the entire world, or be able to talk to animals?
Animals. No.
All the languages in the entire fucking world? Everything, even little tribal
Well, I
languages?
feel like I can make a lot of money
Money.
off of speaking to animals.
I feel like I can make a lot of money off of knowing all the languages.
Monetized!
Think about everything you could do being a translator for like indigenous
Yeah.
tribes that no one even
You
knows
can do the same
language
thing
of.
with animals.
I know. I would probably pick animals just
Because nobody else can do that.
right.
So,
I know.
animals. But
What
I would
if you
like to
find out
speak to
that the
everybody.
animal is like plotting revenge against you or something crazy? Like it might be kind of scary.
Beef Baron said animals hands on. Looks like a lot of people are picking animals. Jared could write so
Jared
many
Doolittle.
signs that say $1. Jared Doolittle. Yeah, because I'm already technically a dog whisperer. I could be like an all animal whisperer. Thanks, Ian. Thanks, bud. Appreciate that. Thank you for the donation. Hell
Secretly,
yeah.
the
Thank you.
giraffes are wanting the nuclear launch codes. Yeah, you might find out some crazy shit if you could talk to animals, like crazy stuff, man.
I think it would also be a great
What if-
talent to be able to speak every language.
Let me ask you
though,
something.
too.
What if you decided to go talk to a male lion, and you were talking to him, and he literally just was like, "I'm going to fuck you."
I'm gonna eat you.
No, I'm gonna fuck you, and just. And
Well,
you-
he'd be pretty shocked that I'm talking back to him.
He might,
Yeah,
or he might not.
and he might not want to do it after
Like,
that. Because he might find out,
maybe.
well, guess what happens if you do that?
what happens?
He's getting neutered, declawed, detongued,
Oh,
everything.
that took it too far.
I went very far. He's gonna fuck me.
He's a lion.
Right, that can talk to me. So we have a conversation, and he finds out what's gonna happen to him.
True.
So he decides not to do it.
True.
And then he decides how much money he's gonna make me for talking to him. Or he helps decide.
What if he doesn't want to help you monetize? He might want to cut, like
That's
meat.
what I'm saying.
Like meat.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So
hey,
you
how
give
can
him a cut
we
of the
work
meat.
this out? How can we work
Yeah.
this out?
So, but how would people know you're telling the truth?
They're gonna find out real quick.
Because you'll be like, "Hey, Frederick, do a backflip," and he does it.
Right.
But that could just be really good training.
Yeah, there's an extent
There's
of
got
what
to be a
training
way
can do.
that you could like do something to let them know that you're really knowing their thoughts.
Well, yeah, I could just meet the animal for the first time. And make it do crazy shit. Like somebody else's
be like,
dog. Somebody else's dog. My
put-
dog was a dumbass before he came.
No, have the lion.
People say that all
they
the
have
time.
like a monkey put fingers behind its back, and then be like,
Tell me how many fingers
"Tell
you
me
got.
how many fingers," and then you'd know, and they'd hold up and they'd be like, "Okay, he
Yeah.
knows."
Yeah.
Shit.
I could do a lot of
Shit.
stuff. Yeah, there's lots of ways to prove it.
That seems logical. Ha! That was a pun.
Dog whispering's a lot easier than people think. People seem to think that it's like so difficult and like, but once you learn how to do it and you actually know how to understand and communicate with dogs, just like with all animals, it's it's just understanding their body language and everything. And like
That's a good question.
I've gotten went to people's houses and trained their dogs, and before I got there, they told me how dumb their dogs were. Like literally, and I would hear, and I'd be so insulted while they're saying it because I already know the dog's not dumb. I already know it's their fault. It's not the dog. The dog's smart as hell. The person just doesn't know what they're doing. But then I'll get there, and by the time I leave, the dog already knows 5 commands pretty well. And I always feel really good when I can do that.
Hold on. Michael Morgan said, if you could relive any year, what age would you pick? If you could relive any one year of your life. I feel like that's a hard one because not to be depressing, but I feel like something so shitty has happened in every.
Yeah, I've had lots of shitty things happen, so I definitely go back to one of those years to spend time with people, that passed away and shit. So that's where I'd go with it. So that'd be like in my early 20s.
I'd probably pick maybe the year I met you. Just because
I'd get a 2-for-1 if I go for my early 20s. I can get Andrew and my dad.
Yeah. I don't think I really have any past.
If I go all the way down to 14, I can go to. I mean, fuck, I can go like shit. If I go down to a certain age, I can get so many friends back. And hang out with like 20 friends that I've lost.
There is legitimately not one year of my life that I want to relive.
I'm not saying I want to relive that.
I mean,
life.
I don't
I'm
even
saying
have anyone I want to go back. Like nothing.
That's what I'm thinking.
Nothing.
I'm thinking.
I understand that.
Yeah, I'm not thinking of reliving that year. I'm thinking of the people. Yeah,
I get that.
But if you're talking about reliving, I don't know. Probably 20, something like that. 21, 22, something like that. How do I stop my lab from demanding to throw the ball? Throw the ball. No, I'm just. That was a joke. That was a joke. He's gonna keep doing it. You gotta see. He's developed a It's kind of like OCD, right? He keeps repeating that because that's entertaining to him. That's fun to him. So you need to find something else that's entertaining and fun to him that he enjoys a lot, and he has to enjoy it. And it has to equal some type of good thing in his brain. So, and if he can figure that out, he'll repeat that over and over. Now, you don't want that to become a thing either. So the thing is to overwhelm him with multiple things that he will enjoy, and keep repeating that every day. So that after like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks go by, then now he's got 5 things down instead of just one thing that's the one thing he knows that he enjoys. Because there's dogs that get addicted to balls or addicted to whatever. And you can try to get them to do anything else. They don't give a fuck about anything else. They care about that damn ball. Right? You can show them a steak and they're like, fuck that steak, I want the ball. So you have to, he's most likely prey driven. So, like any type of dog that's prey driven, meaning a chasing dog, a dog that likes to chase, grab, return.
For fetch.
Right, because he's prey driven. That's called prey driven. So, since he's prey driven, there's other types of prey driven things you can get him into, and you want to get him into those things. And there's other types of fetch that you could get him into that you can turn into other things. There's lots of things like even like the fetch thing, right? Like you could turn that into him picking up all his toys, and now he has a job. So now you could literally take and just have all his toys all over the floor, and he can pick them all up and put them in a basket because now it's a job. You can literally hide things in the yard and make him go and find it, and it could take him 20 minutes to find or 30 seconds. So you could hide 5 or 10 things in the yard, and now he has an hour that he's going to spend looking for those things if he knows how to do it. So he needs a job. That's one thing. 100% needs a job. He needs a prey-driven job, and he needs a routine of obstacles, of things to conquer that's going to get him to stop thinking about that ball. Look, but a prey-driven job will do that too, which is kind of the same.
Damn it, I was doing it. Look, did you see it?
I seen it.
I did it.
I seen it.
What's up, Aaron? You
we gotta get out of here. It's 9:40.
Oh shit, yeah, I gotta work in the morning.
Me too.
All right. Well,
you didn't train him? Yeah, he's prey driven. That's what it is. So he's that's why he wants to chase and grab the ball. That's his same thing as him chasing a squirrel or a rabbit or anything like that. It's the same thing to him. Yeah, I think dogs' instinct, especially certain breeds, naturally like to chase, naturally like to hunt, naturally need things in their mouth. Their mouth is their hand. It's kind of like a human, right? There's gonna be.
Congratulations, Aaron. Sorry, he got that job.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Congrats, bud. That's awesome. But they're naturally going to need to put stuff in their mouth and carry things with their mouth. So now you need to incorporate those things into a job. And he's probably a working breed. Is he a retriever or a Belgian Malinois or a German Shepherd or a Lab? What kind of dog is he? Most likely he's probably one of those breeds. I'm guessing or a healer. He's possibly a healer. That's another one he could possibly be. I can probably narrow down what kind of breed he is already. What kind of dog is it?
It's a lab.
Lab, see? I was right. Because the reason why I knew that is because those are all working breeds. Those are all prey-driven working breeds. So I could narrow it down real easily because there's only so many of those.
Boom.
Hey, Mr. C! Thanks, bud.
Got my black/purple Wee 6040 today. Love
Awesome.
it. I gotta look that
That's
up.
the one I sharpened. I sharpened it for him. He sent. By the way, guys, if you guys ever need any knives sharpened, I do sharpen knives for people. Contact me on Instagram or through email, and we can set something up. I'm glad you're happy. I'm glad it got back safe because I finally just got the knives that Pants was sending to me. And it was very late. I still have a package going to somebody that's like 2 weeks late right now. So, yeah, the mail is not doing very well. And I have a package on the way right now. I hope it comes on time. He's great. He just barks for the ball. That's it. Yeah, he's barked for the ball to get you to throw it. Don't ever throw that ball for a bark. Do it for other reasons. Don't do it for a bark because it's kind of like if I slapped her and every time I slap her, she gives me a cup of coffee. Well, now I know she's going to give me a cup of coffee if I slap her, right? So it's kind of the same thing. Like, he's just going to keep repeating that because it gets him what he wants. Don't give it to him.
Any ideas over
Don't
there.
give it to him. What you want to do is you want to give it to him when he's quiet. So when he's quiet, treat him with the ball. And you want to wait at least for him to be quiet for 20 seconds. If you can keep him quiet for 20 seconds, give him the ball. Then and you got to keep doing it. But what it'll do is if he keeps repeating it, he'll grow a habit of staying quiet for the ball. Because he won't want to bark. Because he never gets that damn ball for barking. He only gets it for being quiet. But you're also going to have to surprise him fucking and throw that damn ball when he's quiet. So
Don't slap your wife, Jared. It's not nice.
Really?
Yeah. You gotta stop doing that, man.
Who the fuck said that?
Seems logical. Seems logical, though, doesn't it?
No, I mean, who made that rule up?
Oh, I don't know. Probably
Fucking idiots.
a lady.
Yeah,
Probably some bitch.
Some bitch. No, if you guys knew me, I'm like the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I am 100% against, to me, a man is supposed to protect a woman, and any man who lays a hand on a woman that doesn't have like
know what's
a gun
funny is
at him is a pussy.
literally was just talking about how there's absolutely no one in this world I would feel safer with in like a crazy fucking situation than you. Not just because you're my husband, but just because of the way you are.
Yeah.
It was funny. We took a walk the other day. You didn't know I did this, but we took a walk, and I saw a guy off to the side, kind of in a weird spot.
Who took a walk? Me and you?
Me and you
Okay.
took a walk. This was a while ago. I saw a guy kind of in like a not natural spot for where we were walking. It's a place we've walked over and over. And like the way this person was, they weren't doing anything in particular, but that's kind of what the issue was.
Yeah.
And I looked at your face to see what you would do when he got to be behind our backs. And you kept doing this look. Not a look he would notice, but I was staring right at your face. I don't even know if you knew you were doing it, but you just were like, I saw you plotting shit.
Yeah.
Like, all right, now he's behind us. So if this motherfucker comes up from behind me, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. If he comes for her bag, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. Like, I saw your fucking face plotting it.
Yeah. I'm used to people doing crazy shit.
Do you remember it was on the way back from the gas station, and I asked you afterwards, I was like, were you watching that guy over there?
What I said?
Keep seeing you looking. You said yeah.
Oh. Yeah, situational awareness, exactly. Situations happen when you're not aware, and, being prepared buys you time. Time buys you options, so. But I've seen crazy shit happen many times when not paying attention, and I've seen lots of stupid, crazy stuff, so, it's kind of just like environment, like what you're raised around, what you see, you wind up, just getting used to things. Just suspicious of everyone in public, no matter what. Yeah, I tend to be that way, and I try not to be because like I'll be in a better area, right? But being raised in a bad area, it makes you like that, and then you get in a good area, and then you're still suspect over everybody when they don't. When you shouldn't be. There's sometimes when I'm not saying let your guard down, but at a certain point, you gotta relax.
Jared Holmes.
You know. No, but like I mean I've seen when you see people shit happen to people, you know, and you see people get robbed and stabbed and shot and dumb shit, like it makes you aware of what the person walking by is capable of, because one time you seen somebody walk by, didn't think nothing of it, and then that was the same guy that walks up behind you, you know. So I could benefit from training my situational awareness. My life is pretty safe these days. Yeah, it's usually like, that's also another thing. There was times where I felt very safe, or like I thought, I guess I did, and my guard was down, and I wasn't paranoid whatsoever, and it seemed like those were always that's always when shit would happen. And there were times when like I smelt it coming. Like I could have wrote it and it happened, you know, but a lot of times it happened when guard was down, stupid shit like that. And that's usually how it does happen. That's why, you know, if you're always prepared, then, you know, you're usually ready. Or at least you try to be. But it's never the way you plan or think. It's always weird. Because anybody who means you harm, if you're paying attention, they're not going to do it, most likely. It depends. It depends on how desperate they are. But the person that's like planning an attack against you, right, no matter what, is planning the attack. They have the upper hand. They have the advantage. They have the advantage of knowing what they're going to do and not do. Like, they have the choice of walking up to you, and if you turn around, deciding to ask you for $1 versus hitting you in the back of the head. They have that option. So they're the ones with the advantage always.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Michael says, how does that highlight response thing work on the screen? I don't know if you're talking about how to highlight someone's name, but you just put the @ symbol in front of their name. If you're talking about the big ones, those are donations, and you have to use the $sign at the bottom of your chat to actually donate money, and then it makes like a big highlighted thing. But you could just do that, like,
if you just want to highlight our name or anybody in the chat,
to get the attention.
Put @ and then their name. Write their name after the @ symbol, and it'll highlight their name. Now, if you're trying to donate money or do an emoji or a sticker or something like that, there's a $sign down in the chat. Hit that $sign, and they'll take you to do that stuff. Go Packers.
Yeah. I'm tired.
I know, we're about to go in 2 minutes. Damn, that knife sounds good. Which one?
Probably the Orbit. Everyone always
Oh,
says
yeah,
that.
it does. That thing is awesome.
It's probably this one.
Listen to that versus like with this. Ready?
That was perfect.
Yeah.
We should make a fucking band. Oh my god. We could totally make a song.
A knife band?
Fuck yeah, we could.
A knife,
like with other shit though, like
you'd have to edit all the little beats in. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck on my song.
Well, you can't have it ring. You can't have it ring. It just has to ding and stop. You can't just keep going.
Alright.
Do you know this thing has a very quiet yet satisfying sound? This one?
Zemanics.
Listen.
Yeah!
It does sound clean, and it feels very solid. When you put that tie, well, this one has the brass, but the tie or the brass, the feeling of it changes 100%, and it feels much more cushioned, and the sound isn't so echoey, so it just feels so much more solid. Beef Baron. What's up, Knife Sergeant? Sergeant's in the house.
Boats
Troy
and
Jones.
hoes. Boats and hoes. Gotta have me and my boats and hoes.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. I'll do you on the bottom while you're drinking sangria. Nachos and lemon heads on my dad's boat. We won't go down cause my dick can't float. We sail around the world, we go port to port. Every time I come, I produce a quart. And then the fucking mom's like, Brandon! And he's just over there like, fuck yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, so many free bells, guys. It's Christmas, so I gave you guys a couple.
I know, she's just giving them fuckers out for free all night.
I don't normally whore out the bells, but it's Christmas.
Yeah, whoring those bitches out. Whoring.
The foreman over there hates the game. I got that song stuck in my head. You know that one I always sing? Do you know that one?
Yeah.
That one that I always sing, where it's like, and I'm sure there ain't one of us here who'd say no to somebody's daughter. About water by The Who.
Yeah.
Woo! We need
watched that video like a week
water.
ago. Remember?
Really?
Yeah. Upstairs in the kitchen. We watched that video like a week ago.
The live version of The Who?
Well, I don't know if it was live, but...
Keith Moon is like the best drummer ever. Keith Moon is crazy. Not the best drummer ever. There's definitely some... But he just had so much soul. I loved him.
You can really hear the difference with these, though. Listen, this is the plastic one. Here's the brass one. Or the metal. Here's the G10.
Oh, wow, you got them all.
This one even sounds way better
Yeah.
than the FRN, but man, the metal, so much better. All right, guys, we're going to take off. I love you guys. Thank you guys for all the donations. Thank you guys. Yeah, we're still going. We're out of here, though, now. We appreciate all the donations. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for all joining. Thank you guys for all staying. We had 72 people in here at one point. I think our max so far, what were we up to, like 102 a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
We are definitely getting a lot more people in our chats, which I think is awesome. I'm trying to figure out what we're doing when people come and stay, because a lot of times people come and I can pay attention to how long they're staying, who's going in and out. I know some people leave and come back. I'm not saying that. But versus like when it just drops off, right? And I do notice when we stay in the chat and we talk to the people in the chat, it seems like a lot of people seem to stay when we're talking about a lot of knife content and we're communicating with the chat. And then sometimes when we're telling stories, that seems to be a very good time too sometimes. And then some games do really good too. I don't know if you noticed. But also, I do have some sharpening videos coming up here really soon, and I'm going to try to answer everybody's questions, or as many as I can. So if anybody has some knife sharpening questions that they can't seem to get answered, or if they just want a better explanation of it, feel free to leave a comment in this video after it's over, or in any of the videos, and I will try to get to them in the next couple days. I'm going to make that video. I have a couple knives I'm going to sharpen, so I don't know if I'm probably just going to make one specific video towards that. Yeah, and then another video just because. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for all the donations and hanging out with us. See you guys. Wednesday, Saturday. Peace.
The drunk truck driver drives like the devil, and the policemen, they acting so tough. We need water, and I'm sure there ain't one of us here who'd say no to somebody's daughter. Oh no!